This is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Oh, we going now. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Oh, we going now.
Fuck your feelings. Big chest back in the building. Like Brady boy, I stay winning. Chef Curry, range extended. Splash. Fuck your feelings. Debate all day, that's business. Eat your ass, that's fitness. FYF got a hit list. Bitch, I'm the realest. Alpha male strong, that's illest. FYF gang, we will win this. Fuck the permission slip bitches. Ayy, yo. Fuck your feelings. FYF gang, be the realest.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bites. Oh, we going now. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bites. Oh, we going now.
The paper chase, hurdles and relays, like a track meet. Drug fiends, bitches, foreign whips. Now that's my back street, stay humble. Be most hated is the consequence of success. Fast money always slows up. Gotta learn to invest. My flow, mastered. Money, I stacked it. Enemies, caskets to women. I'm attracted to my haters, outlast them. Passport stamped it. Getting funny work on consignment. Come on, now that's a backflip. Principles you stand on. Wasted talent, sad song. Beach house 1.5, but the car dad said 260. God, obedience, Jesus, repentance. The marathon continues, and I'm strong to the finish.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Oh, we going now. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Oh, we going now.
FYF, okay. No one measure, remember them 3 letters come with pressure. Okay. We be steppers, man, can't stop, won't let up. Real debates, the haters gon' hate. That's what makes it special, it come with level. Yeah, this shit get better, no cap, new era. We got ammunition for the opposition and plenty witness, killing competition. Catch us late night on the panel cooking, but don't be fooled. This ain't your mama's kitchen. They say they don't, but they watch and listen. Typing in the chat, you ain't got a lot to kick it. If you click the link, make sure you got permission. And don't forget, nigga, fuck your feelings.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Oh, we going now. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Oh, we going now.
I know they ain't ready at all. I stay ready, time to ball. No referee, I got shots to call. Believe I'm the best, so I'm better than y'all. Fuck your feelings, you know that's law. Running it up, now we running it back. It's that full court pressure, don't cut no slack. Jamming to the max. Ooh, bank count still full of racks. For the competition, they done went missing. The champ is here, look how the ring glisten. It's honorable mention, don't ever forget it. It's FYF, don't care about the ticket. You know we with it, yeah. We gon' do whatever it takes. Fuck all the hate. FYF still going down. It's one of the greats.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Oh, we going now. All your feelings hurt when it get get real, all of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we get it lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones that do it for the bites. Oh, we going now, supporters, no fans. LVCM, they talking on real. Yankee hard, compete on the real. Heart rate up, it's getting intense. All them people just speaking on nothing. Content clicks for the money. Hilarious, the pic too funny. Debunking, they say, yeah, we run it. Cover it up, Lakers to Hornets. Lebron to Jordan, Blazers in Portland. We get it sorted, lights can afford it. Entertaining or boring, whatever the top, but we act accordingly. Break it down, piece by piece. Been at this for too long. No elder but Rufus saying what he on. Lace better stay gone. We get them all done. We get them all done. Yeah, we get them all done. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we get it lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones that do it for the bite. Oh, we going now, your feelings hurt when it get real, all of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we get it lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones that do it for the bite. Oh, we going now.
If we have sports, man, we back, man. Got to talk about it. Make sure we get the audio right, man. I told you I got a new mic, man. He said 80 been going off. Salute to Taj, man. Peanut. Everybody that's in here early in the morning, man. Man, we got to switch the time of the streams up, man. We're gonna be doing these morning shows, afternoon shows. Talk about these games before they happen, man. But look, y'all, man. Hey, do y'all see? Look, before we really get into the conversation, man, y'all got the link to pull up to the stream at any time y'all want today. But check this out. But y'all see all the Laker fans just Laker fans right now are just in some type of ruckus, man, colliding and clashing with each other, arguing about what they said. And that's because, man, a lot of the Laker fans, remember I told y'all it's a spoiled fan base. They're a spoiled fan base that want to see success immediately, no matter what the cost. The Lakers fan base does not care about grinding, putting in work to get there. Remember, the Lakers have been literally given every bit of success that they have. I mean, can you guys name a championship that the Lakers truly earned, just grit and grinded to get? I don't. I remember they finessed to get the draft pick to get James Worthy and Magic. They finessed to get Kobe Bryant. Right? They lured Shaq from Orlando. I mean, they got one of the biggest finesse trades of all time to get Paul Gasol to help Kobe Bryant out. I mean, they lured Phil Jackson to the franchise multiple times to help them win championships when no other coach could. Everything has just been gifted to them by some of the most talented people in basketball that we've ever seen. And now that they face just a tad bit of adversity, Laker fans, Laker fan base are just going crazy because what they now have to see is they now have to deal with how every other team in the NBA has had to win chips, right? You know how many teams like the Toronto Raptors won championship in their total existence. They had to fight and claw to get that, and it will probably never happen again. Same with Portland. Portland, that's my team. We haven't won anything since, 79? And we're just trying to stay relevant, let alone win a championship. And so when the Laker fans have just a tad bit of adversity, I think everybody saw what Laker fans were saying and what they were doing the first 10 games of the season. They were in a panic. They were saying trade LeBron. At that point in time, I don't think Laker fans knew. I don't think they knew who they wanted to trade, because before the season started, it was they should have traded Russ. When Russ starts the season out okay, then it's trade LeBron. Well, then LeBron goes down with injury and AD's out there by himself. But AD is dealing with just a little quick nagging back injury, and then it's trade AD. And then it goes back to the trade talks. Well, AD's playing better. Let's go back to do the deal with Russ. But Russ is playing so good, you can't trade him now. And so then you go back to the narrative of, well, LeBron James is the oldest. He doesn't look like the young LeBron James that we all know and love. So it's back to trade LeBron. And remember, this is not talking points coming from the everyday, just average fan just kind of walking around, right? These are talking points that are coming from the Laker fan base. Spoiled fans, man. And the craziest thing is that now, remember, this is a Laker team that, and look, I still, my prediction on the Lakers could potentially still be very wrong. But to start the season, I stay consistent with what the basketball gods usually allow to unfold. If you put so much basketball IQ on the court at one time, it's eventually gonna work. That's always been my thought process. And salute to Showtime, salute to LTTV, man. Salute to True the King in the chat, man. Look, y'all, the link is in the top, man. Y'all can pull up at any time. I'll be dropping the link. Also, I'll be dropping it again as well to get some people in here. But look, remember, before a game was played, my assessment on the Lakers was, you have a LeBron James who doesn't look like he's significantly fallen off. You have Anthony Davis, who's had a full offseason to get healthy. You have a Russell Westbrook who the Lakers cannot trade. It's not that the Lakers may very well want to trade Russ. They cannot trade Russ. And I think people need to understand the fact that they cannot trade Russ because of what they gave up to get Russ. At a bare minimum, you have to get something close to what you got back, and you're not going to get that back. And so to trade Russ right now and absolutely give up on a deal that you thought could help this team win, not going to be good. Salute to Art Skinner, man. But yeah, that's what we faced with right now. It's a whole bunch of confusion amongst the Laker fan base and the Laker brass right now. It's just confusion because I think I might have been the only person that foresaw AD playing at this level. Now, you will have a myriad of Laker fans running around saying that they predicted this. They knew AD could do this. They knew the Lakers could play this way, but they never truly believed. And you knew this because of their preseason predictions. People, even Laker fans, laughed at me when I said, I think this Laker team can be top 4 in the West if they stay healthy. And that wasn't, some hype pick or anything like that. That pick was 100% based on the amount of talent that they had. When you look at those bench players, right? When you look at the bench players that they have, a lot of the bench players that they have been solid guys on other teams. Have they been stellar? Have they been all-stars? Have they been the best shooters? No. But when you look at the Detroit Browns, we saw what Austin Reeves could do. Right? We seen that Thomas Bryant, the big man. Everybody already knew what Schroeder can do. I mean, when you look at this team, the biggest knock on this team was shooting. They can't shoot. But again, when you're an NBA team, you cannot run around crying about what you cannot do. It's your job as an NBA team to just go figure out what works and then play off that. And we see right now what works is pounding the ball into AD. All right, Russell Westbrook has been a more than willing passer. 15 assists the other night, right? I told you guys before the season. I said, what are some small things to look for? I said, if Russell Westbrook's rebound numbers go down, that means he's making a concerted effort to give a little bit more on the defensive end. That's exactly what's happening as well. He's giving a lot more on that side of on that side of the floor as well. He says they need to trade Pat Bev and Jones and see Sturdy. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem with that Sturdy. See, everybody says the Lakers need to make these mid-season trades. First of all, if you trade Pat Beverly and Jones, guys who really haven't been terrible, if you trade those two, you're going to bring in brand new pieces that are also question marks. It's not like you're going to get a surefire fit on this roster that can really push them over the edge. All you're going to do is you're going to introduce a completely new question mark. And we saw how the Lakers played when there was a whole bunch of question marks over everybody's head to start the season. Now that roles are a little bit more defined. So what did Darvin Ham do a much better job of doing this year? He gave Russell Westbrook a role. He said, Russ, I know you've been a starter in this league. I know you've been an MVP in this league. I know you've been extremely ball dominant in this league. I know you're going to go down as one of the greatest scorers all time in this league. But unfortunately, on this team, your role needs to be different. He got Russ to buy into a completely different role. And when Russ bought into that role, we saw things start to turn around. AD, he had to have a conversation with AD. Hey, AD, I know LeBron James is going to go down as top 5 all time. But at the end of the day, you need to be the best player on this team, not LeBron. He's 37 years old. And so that's what's happening. Everybody has very, very clear and concise roles, right? I think they've elevated the role of Austin Reeves. They've given Austin Reeves a little more freedom to do more with the basketball. So what do we see with Austin Reeves when he gets the ball? Now he's looking to take people off the dribble. Now he's looking to score in the middle of the lane. He's attacking the basket, go create plays. They're giving everybody identifiable roles. And now that people are excelling in those roles, you cannot just run off and trade people and then bring in new pieces. All of the trades that people are talking about, those are off-season trades that you make before the season starts. And then you have a training camp. You have a preseason, and you do all those things to integrate those guys. But now is not the time to do those trades. And even if you look at the money that Pat Beverly is making in Jones, who really out there can you get that we can say is going to be, who's going to be serviceable enough to help them continue playing the way they are? See, I was telling people, I was on Banks' channel a couple weeks ago, and the Lakers had just beat the Spurs. I think they were supposed to be playing the Suns, and I think the Spurs again, and some other teams after that. And I was telling some guys because they were still, even at that time, these are Laker fans. They were still, even at that time, doubting the Lakers. And I'm saying to them, they beat the Spurs. They're playing much better. And all I kept hearing was they haven't played anybody. I said, well, again, you guys are doing all this complaining. I said, you guys are just putting yourself in a hole, because as soon as the Lakers beat a viable team, then you won't have any arguments at all to continue pushing this narrative. They need to trade AD, or this is just fake success. I think the Pacers comeback was an anomaly. I think that was just a breakdown of massive proportions, and sometimes that happens. And sometimes that happens in the regular season. Tosh said I had the Lakers as a 7 seed, right? I mean, I just don't see that though, Tosh. Like starting the season. Look, when I look at the rosters, right, and an NBA is a league that's heavily driven off the top of your roster. If you have a top heavy roster, you can have regular season success in the NBA as long as those guys stay healthy. He says the team goes as far as AD takes it. But Showtime, I think that could be said about any team's best player. The Bucks are only going to go as far as Giannis takes him. The Nets are only going to go as far as KD takes him. I mean, there's a lot of teams in this league that can. The Blazers are only going to go as far as Dame takes him. Again, if Dame finally came back from injury, but if Dame is hurt, then it's wraps. But Showtime, you even see it with your team. The Clippers are only going to go as far as what Kawhi Leonard takes them. And we see that they haven't went very far without him or even with him on the floor. So I don't even know. I think the Clippers just need to completely blow it up. Because if you talk about epic failures, and a lot of people were talking about this Laker combination has been one of the worst teams in NBA history. I believe the Clippers have been one of the biggest disasters in the NBA. And I think this is something, I mean, when you talk about a player like Kawhi Leonard, do y'all really realize how much Kawhi Leonard, do y'all know how much criticism he's not getting? Any other player, especially if it was LeBron or even AD or even a Russ, any other player would be receiving criticism of massive proportions. The Clippers are a failure, man. They're one of the biggest failures ever. And when and any time that they've all been healthy, Kawhi's either gotten hurt in the middle of that one, or Kawhi's fell short, which they've really only had one true opportunity, and that was back in 2020 in the bubble, and they fell short. Showtime, that's not cap Showtime. It's been a failure. The one person that can tell you that it's been a failure is Ballmer, the guy that owns the team. Ballmer owns the Clippers. He spent tons of money on that roster only to see their star players sit out the majority of the time that he's been there. Paul George has been playing the number one role, a role that we've seen that he can be good at, but he cannot carry a team in. And then he's also injury prone himself. And then they've also done a terrible job at putting a bench together that supplements their stars. I mean, people talk about they have a deep team. I don't think their bench is as good as what people make it out to be. And what did I say at the beginning of the season, you guys? What was my other prediction? I said one of the probably biggest disappointments of this season will be the Clippers. I said this is the team that everybody is hyping up once again because Kawhi Leonard might be back. I said they're going to be one of the biggest disappointments. He says, "Okay, Lamar, we got a lot of season left. Y'all talking? How we talking early? I mean, it's still early, but what are we? A quarter? We're about a quarter of the way through the season. Let me pull up the standings." And then look, and this is not really shading toward. I have nothing against the Clippers, but these are things, Showtime, that I said before the season started. All right, so the Clippers right now are 13-11. All right, how many games has Kawhi Leonard played? Not very many. He doesn't look healthy. He says he has a little tingling in his knee, so he needs to sit. So right now, you guys are tied with the Warriors and the Blazers. All right. And essentially the same percentage as the Utah Jazz. They're at 14-12. You guys are 13-11. And that's not much of a difference from the Lakers, who sit at 12. The Timberwolves are reeling. The Mavericks have been reeling. Again, Luka Doncic has not been receiving he's not been receiving any criticism. I mean, although understandably so, they don't have much help over there. But the Mavericks, who were fifth last year in the West, are sitting at 10th right now. And the Lakers, who are on a 3-game win streak. I mean, is it fair to say that they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now? They're on the rise. Utah Jazz were in first place about a week and a half ago. Now they're in 9th. How things can change in 1 week. All right. I think one of the biggest surprises to me, and this is a team where I really can't predict where they might fall, is the Sacramento Kings, who stand at right now at 13-9. I think that this is one of the more confusing teams because I don't really understand the construction of their roster or the direction that they're trying to go. They're holding on to players that I thought they would have let go. But they've done a good job with a team full of guards over there. I don't think anybody really understood the Sabonis trade. Cuba Starks, man, salute. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all check out Showtime channel, man. If you haven't subscribed over there, make sure y'all check him out. Same with True the King TV. Look, and I know True the King. Look, y'all, True the King's a good dude, but he is one of the worst fantasy sports commissioners of all time, man. Of all time. He just lets people run rampant and make decisions and just do stuff that's crazy. He said the Clippers. What do you think of Trae Young? I don't know. I was going to talk about today. I read about the situation. I was going to talk about it a little bit, but Trae Young is another player that I've really been sitting back thinking of, and I'm really starting to question how good is Trae Young. I just don't believe you can win a championship with Trae Young as your first or second best player. I believe he dominates the ball too much. And when he does dominate the ball, I don't believe he's good enough offensively to win you a championship. Can he win you some games? Yes. I don't believe he's good enough to win you a championship. Showtime says, he says, one thing I respect Lamont, he died with his boots on and he don't get refunds. He one of the few. I didn't understand that. Maybe I'm tripping. He just said, Cap, people always give credit. He says, the Clippers Sports Panel Podcast. He says, the Clippers are trash. He says, I ain't going to be nice or Cap. The Lakers are trending up, AD. And you guys, look, I don't think, and see, and then this last 9-game stretch that Anthony Davis has been on, I don't, and like Anthony Davis, I don't think people really understand how good Anthony Davis has been. Like he's putting up numbers. Like he had a 3-game stretch at one point in time that was only matched by Wilt Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal. Like I want y'all to really think about that. He had a 3-game stretch that was only matched by Wilt and Shaquille O'Neal. Sports Panel says Trae is good show until it's real showtime. Facts. He's a great show until it's showtime. That is 100% facts right there. And you know, Nate McMillan, I believe Nate McMillan is still the head coach over there. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't really follow Hawks basketball like that. I just think the problem with Trae Young is that I think, and then when they went and got DeJounte Murray to try to help out, but he literally gives you nothing on the defensive end. And if you guys watch the Hawks play, Trae Young is ball dominant. And he takes a ton of bad shots. I'm talking about a lot of bad shots. And, you know, he chases points. He takes bad shots. He gets into these little tiffs and beefs with the other team's point guard. And it takes him out of his mind. He can't think right. He can't make the right decisions. I mean, he gets rattled too easily. But, I mean, I think there's teams just are going to struggle. It's going to be hard to have a team. It's going to be hard to be a championship contending team and your point guard is your leading scorer. It's hard. Especially if that point guard is also utilized to facilitate as well. I think the Warriors can get away with it because they don't ask Steph Curry to do a ton of facilitating. Hey, Weezy Big says, still a young season. Don't brag just yet. I'm not bragging about anything. We're just a quarter of the way through. I'm just doing a quarter season review. That's all we doing, bang. We just reviewing what's going on a quarter of the way through. If that is the real bang, I believe that's the real bang. There's a couple fake bang accounts that come through here. But the like I said, you know, and you know what? I don't believe there's anything wrong with giving AD his credit for this 9-game stretch. Because that 10-game stretch when they were losing, everyone was vilifying them, tearing them down. So if you're going to tear him down over a 9-game stretch, then also give him his credit for another 9-game stretch if he does well. That's all I'm doing. And the Lakers are trending upward. Yeah. I don't even believe Laker fans thought the Lakers were going to beat the Bucks the other day. A Buck team that to me is wildly overrated. He says, who's the career leader in PER in the league history? I think it's Jordan. Salute. LA Sports Live is a salute. You're one of the few who said the Lakers could be good. In the Lakers Sports Live, look, I'm not trying to act like I'm just like this great at making these picks. I thought it was just a very easy pick. I mean, when you look at how bad some of these other teams are, I mean, how many other teams in the league have three guys that can say that we're all either won an MVP or we're in the MVP conversation? I mean, it's just too much basketball IQ on the floor. That's a lot of basketball IQ. And to tell me that it won't work, I don't know. And I think the biggest indicator was their defense to start the season. Yeah, they were losing. Their offense was up and down. But their defense, I'm like, man, they can defend. I said, if they can figure the offense out, they will be a problem. So who's the best player right now? What do you mean, in the league or on the Lakers? Kayla says all time it's MJ. Brown is second in PER. Yeah, Brown is right behind Jordan, I think, in PER. I believe. I don't know. I haven't looked at those numbers in a while. They could change. You know, Brown's still playing. I mean, I think with PER, it's such a touchy statistic. Brown could potentially go down in PER just because he's playing so long. So his longevity could hurt him there. He says the West is wide open. The Lakers can definitely make noise, and that's all they have to do. They just have to stay solid because I believe that. I mean, if you look at the teams ahead of the Lakers right now, I do not believe that the Timberwolves are a better team. I don't think the Mavericks are a better team. I don't think the Jazz are a better team. I don't think the Blazers are a better team. I don't think the Clippers are a better team. And I don't think the Kings are a better team. All right. Now, from that point forward, we got the Suns who sit at the top, the Pelicans, Nuggets, and Grizzlies. Now we have to look at that. Like, and for my prediction to even come true, the Lakers are going to have to bump one of those teams out of the top four. Now, which of those teams are most susceptible to declining? Well, you got the Nuggets right now who are on a 2-game losing streak. They're at 14-9. I don't know which way they're trending. I got to watch them play a little bit more. I mean, the Grizzlies are dealing with a ton of injuries. The Pelicans, do they have the staying power to stay at the top of the West? And then the Suns, again, you know, just kind of iffy. But the Suns for the last couple of years have been a very good regular season team, so we will never know. Suns and Warriors are still my favorite. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the Warriors as well, because you know I know we wanted to do a little bit of Laker talk today when people started to come on, and I definitely did. But I think I also wanted to touch on the Warriors, and when I look at them. And they're at 13-11. They're on a 2-game winning streak, so they've kind of shaken off some of the ugliness. They had a good win over the Bulls last game, but I think we really need to ask ourselves: did that Draymond Green incident have a bigger impact on that team than we gave it credit? I was one of the ones that kind of dumbed it down, and I'm like, look, this happens all the times, and they'll be able to shake it off. But the more I watch the Warriors play, I don't get that same sense of unity and team that I've seen in the past. Right? I still kind of sense it sometimes when I look at Draymond and Steph. You can kind of see it in those guys. But I don't know if this is just me. But the stars on that team seem extremely disconnected from Jordan Poole. Clay, Steph, and Draymond don't have a very good connection with Jordan Poole. And I believe if the Warriors make any trade, I believe Jordan Poole will be the one to get traded. Now, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong on that. But when I look at this team, it's Jordan Poole, not the young guys, not Kuminga, not Moody, not Wiseman. It's Jordan Poole that looks like the odd man out. He looks like the player that doesn't fit. It almost reminds me, of when who's the point guard over in Minnesota? I don't know how I forget his name. But it almost reminds me when he was on that Warrior team. Just Play says, nah, not true, Lamont. I'm just telling you, look, I'm not saying Jordan Poole is not playing well. I know Jordan Poole is playing well. It's not about the play. This is all about the energy that I'm sensing. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell. Yeah. It almost reminds me when D'Angelo Russell was on the team. When he plays offensively, he doesn't look like he's in sync with the rest of the Warriors. When he gets the ball, it's just Jordan Poole doing Jordan Poole things. And that's how it looked when D'Angelo Russell had the ball when he played with the Warriors as well. He says he's too inconsistent. One game he balls out. And that's another thing too. And the thing is, I don't think coaches necessarily mind offensive inconsistency. But when you are also given little to nothing on the defensive end as well, that's what makes it kind of hard to tolerate. He says, I disagree. The chemistry looks the same. Only difference is Draymond and Poole look off. I don't know. Draymond and Steph and Clay look fine to me. Jordan Poole just seems like chemistry-wise just feels like the odd man out. So we'll see how that goes. But and also losing Gary Payton, that hurt as well because Gary Payton brought that energy defensively that Jordan Poole could never do. He says it's the power forward and center problem and the bench. Yeah, I mean that too. But Jordan Poole's part of the bench group. He says Kuminga has gotten better though. But Kuminga has gotten better, but Kuminga, I don't know what Kuminga's waiting for. I mean, he's a young player. Young players want to play. They want to find ways to elevate their name, potentially get paid. And I believe there's a little small divide there with the young guys as well. I don't believe some of the young guys feel that they're getting a true opportunity to show and prove themselves. I mean, I think that's just one of the downsides that come with being such a good team. Sports Panel Podcast. He says, nah. He says the Warriors do look different. They do look like it a few more chinks in the armor. He says, I believe they're going to go deep in the playoffs, but they're not going to go back to the finals. I mean, very possibly. Renegade, because they suck. He says, I agree. Klay Thompson just isn't the same. He's trying to get shots, getting the flow. But you know what? But see, the thing is with Klay has been like this his entire career. Klay hasn't always been the most consistent offensive player. And he still found a way to fit in with the group. He says, I got to see the Warriors get beat first because they got 4 chips. And that's true. You know what? I feel the same way, Weebay. I picked the Warriors to get back to the finals out of the West. So I can't completely give up on it, but I do have to be honest about what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing just don't look good. Chemistry-wise, they got a lot of talent over there. But I think if any team makes a move, it would need to be the Warriors. And look, y'all, I said this about THT, and this is something that I would hate. I hate saying this about Jordan Poole. But Jordan Poole is giving me Talen Horton-Tucker vibes. And I don't know if everything that we've seen from Jordan Poole I don't know if it's truly Jordan Poole or if it's a product of Jordan Poole being on the Warriors. I'm getting a lot of Talen Horton-Tucker vibes from Jordan Poole. And like I said about THT, I said this about THT like years ago. I said they need to trade him when everybody thinks he's good, because once he shows he's trash, you're not going to be able to trade him for anything. Y'all. Look, man. Look. Oh, yeah. Salute One Cool P. Yes, we are live. We are live on both channels, y'all. Look, and make sure, y'all. Look, I'm going to put the link to our second channel in there. So a lot of you guys have not subscribed to our second channel, right? The second channel is called FYF Sports Debates Live, right? We're going to be doing our clip highlights there, our clip, our shorts and things over there. So we got 2 channels, y'all. So we're live right now on both channels, right? If you want to support, man, you can hit the super chat. But you can only hit the super chat on the second channel, FYF Sports Debates Live. So if you want to hit the super chat, man, all super chat messages will go on the screen. We'll get read aloud. So if you want to hit the super chat, go over, sub up to FYF Sports Debates Live. Send a cash out. You can also send a cash app as well, but the super chat is on the other channel as well. So again, appreciate everybody. But salute to One Cool P, man. Yes, we are be going back live, One Cool P. We're gonna be doing the morning shows. I think the morning shows work a little bit better, man. We're gonna be doing the morning shows. Try to do them 4 or 5 times a week, if not all 7 days of the week. Just got to get back to being more consistent on here. But yeah, we're gonna be back live. So Jordan Poole is 17-2-5 on 44%. THT is 7-3-3. I know. Like I said, I'm not necessarily saying I'm not saying Jordan Poole is a bad player. And like I said, Thunder, I said I could very easily be wrong about that take. I'm willing to start with that sentiment. I could easily be wrong. I said I'm getting a funny feeling that Jordan Poole he's just giving me too many THT vibes. And he does not seem like he's fitting with this Warrior team. I mean, a lot of people are falling in love with the offense, the 17-2-5. To be honest, the Warriors don't necessarily need 17-2-5 out of them. They don't really need it. Because a lot of the times, even when he hits his scoring average, it's in games that don't really mean anything. I don't know. I believe that he's a very movable piece with that large contract, and they could get something. I believe they could get something for him. Yes, get some likes up. Salute to Nicholas Brown, man. Salute, man. Oh, we got our first guest in the backstage. We got Real Debates TV. Let me go ahead and bring him up, man. On the morning show, Real Debates TV, man, was good, man.
What's happening?
What you been cooking on, man? I haven't been to your channel in a little bit, man. Have you been going live, man? What's been going on?
No. I've been busy working and doing some other stuff, man. You know, since I've been free enjoying some things. I ain't really got back to it as soon as I thought I was. Because, you know, I'm enjoying some things, man. I just been going to restaurants and going out of town doing some shit. But I've been definitely keeping in the loop of what's going on with the sports. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, Anthony Davis is the best fucking player in the world. Yeah. He's just too fucking dominant, man. The kind of attitude he bringing with that skill set, that shit is definitely unguardable.
Unguardable. That's how he's been looking.
I mean, bro, what movie ain't putting on motherfuckers? What movie don't got? This motherfucker is legit.
You ain't lying. I mean, you got to think. Here's the thing. Anthony Davis is already a problem. And when you got Brian and Russ both consistently trying to get him the ball over and over and over and over, that makes him even harder to guard because defenses, when LeBron has the ball, you also have to worry about Brian offensively, but he's trying to facilitate
that pick and roll with him and Anthony Davis is the most unguardable move ever. Listen, when they had that fucking pick and roll where LeBron fucking drove it to the right and did like a hook pass, it was like a baby hook like Magic did as a rookie to win the title. Bruh, that hook was unguardable. It was a hook pass alley-oop to Anthony Davis. He caught that bitch and flushed that bitch, man. Come on.
So let me tell y'all when this stretch started, y'all. So we got November 13th, 37 points, then 38 against the Pistons, 30 against the Spurs, another 37, 25 against the Spurs. He sits, 25 on the Pacers, 27 against the Blazers, 44 against the Bucks, and then 55 against the Wizards and Porzingis, man.
Come on. Double nickel. The big three. Hold on. The big three that they was talking about. They was even talking about this shit on different platforms. It's going to be a new big three in Washington. Okay. What big three y'all talking about?
They said big three. Bradley Beal didn't play yesterday, did he?
Yeah, he played. He got injured.
Oh my God.
So, hey, it is what it is.
Hey, that's part of the game. You still got to win those games. You still got to go out and finish them.
I mean, Porzingis had a few good, nice little plays, but man, when AD dunked that bitch, it was different. He hung on the rim. He looked at really beast mode. Like one thing. See, this is another thing. This all this does is adds on to the legacy of LeBron James. Adds on to the basketball IQ. This dude, he knows talent, man. Don't tell me this dude don't got an eye for fucking talent, bruh. You can say he run from team to team. You can say he a team builder. You can say whatever the fuck you want. But don't tell me he don't pick guys and he don't fucking win with them. And he picks some of the greatest of all time.
And you have to. But look, I don't even like doing that with LeBron because ain't no good. I don't care how good you are. You ain't doing it by yourself. All good players who win championships, multiple championships, need great players next to them to win consistently. You're not doing it by yourself. The league is too nice.
Yeah, but to be how great he is,
Yeah.
and to know what other guys fit and what's gonna work, and to sacrifice himself, he even came out and already said, "We're running this offense through Anthony Davis. He the best player on this team." Period. So, and that's what they've been doing, and LeBron's still been getting off. So, how you gonna stop it? How?
So my question to you is: if the season ended today, is AD is the MVP of the league?
Hell yeah.
I need to make that a poll question. If season ends today, I believe AD has to be your MVP.
Bro, 55. Come on, bro. That was nutty.
Bro, but to me, it's the rebounding numbers that he's been putting up alongside
He averaging 35 and 16, bro, over that stretch. That's nuts. That's nuts.
When I see these games, 37 and 21 rebounds, 55 and 17, man. And you know, the rebounds also tell me what?
Man.
What does it tell you? It tells you you're getting stops.
Effort too, though.
Yeah.
The effort, bro. Like, that's just nuts. And it's like, when you look at the MVP numbers for all other guys, they like 31 points, 30 points. I think everybody is about up in that 30-point or 31-point range in the top 5. And then you got some guys that's close to 10 assists, some guys that's 10 rebounds. So, but you got him at 35 points and 16 rebounds in the 9-game stretch. That's outrageous.
Bro, how you gonna compare 9 games to the other 27
I don't give a
games?
damn. I don't give a damn.
What you mean? What you mean 9? What you mean only compare 9 games? What'd you say, Steve?
No. What his statement was he was comparing the production of AD for the 9-game span to the other MVP candidates, what they've been doing the entire season. I'm like, bro, you got the reason why, and I mentioned this in the comment section. I'm like, what's up with the disrespect to Devin Booker and Jason Tatum? Those guys are obviously top 3 candidates for MVP.
And neither one of them are a fucking NBA champion.
Well, but Sturdy, I think Booker, if you go with those 3,
especially Booker.
But let's say we put Booker, AD, and Tatum in the same conversation for MVP. I think Booker has to be the first to eliminate it because he is absolutely only playing one side of the ball. The other 2 are absolutely dominating both sides.
Hold on, Lamar. First of all, Booker's playing his best defense of his career.
But he ain't playing better defense than Tatum and AD.
Second, Lamont, what made Booker actually an MVP candidate is his level of playmaking that he's been doing. He's been way better than pick and roll. And he's actually been way better manipulating defenses with his scoring threat, especially in the mid-range, Lamont. You know for a fact, and improve more consistent on the lob. That's why DeAndre Ayton has been more consistent this year. Since the decline of Chris Paul,
I know.
Devin Booker upped his production, and that's why the Suns are number 1 seed. This team is
not going to win, though. They're not going to win in the playoffs like that, though.
Hold on, bro. This team is projected to be a number 1 seed in the West for a 3rd consecutive year. Lamont, you know for a fact that is hard to do in the Western Conference. 3rd consecutive year, number 1 seed.
It's a fallacy, Lamont.
So that man deserves MVP recommendations. Second for Jason Tatum, same thing. And you want to talk about historic night? That man scored 50 points in 3 quarters.
Okay. Now what I'm saying is, if we look at their numbers, because you said look at their whole season, not just the last 9 games. AD's averaging on the season, he's averaging 28 point, or actually 28.6 points, 12.8 rebounds. And that's not even including his blocks and steals numbers, which both usurp Devin Booker. Booker is
Bro,
averaging
I'm not gonna compare.
Booker's averaging barely 1 point more at 29 on 5 rebounds and 6 assists. And so what I'm saying is, I mean, if we do encompass the whole season so far, numbers wise, AD's gonna edge him out. The only thing he really has over AD right now is the team record.
And consistency. As an individual player, he's been one of the most consistent players this entire season.
Okay,
AD's averaging 28 and 12.
but it
No,
got
I agree.
translated
But
to the
like I
playoffs,
said,
though.
Lamont, like I said, for averages, especially in the short span, it's easy to manipulate the numbers. He had a phenomenal 9 games. Matter of fact, majority of his games he had, over 15 of them were phenomenal. But like I said before, it's even more so for guys like Devin Booker. It's even more so like guys like Jason Tatum.
Yeah, they had their team together and already had everything together.
It's not
Now
about
that
their
everything-
team.
Hold on.
It's not
Now
about
that you
their
see-
team.
Hold on. Now that you see everything coming together, what do you see? AD is head and shoulders above all these motherfuckers.
He's not, but he hell no. But
He is.
It's not about their
I'm
team.
being serious.
it's not about their team, which it is does take a part of the MVP conversation since we're talking about it. But I'm talking about those players as individuals. And same thing goes with Jason Tatum. Career year, up his scoring, up his defensive output, and his playmaking.
Yeah,
Now,
he
I
definitely
believe
des- he
Tatum might
deserved
be
to
the better
top three.
argument.
He deserved to be
No,
top two, top
I'm arguing.
three. MVP discussion.
That should be, bro. There should be 3 guys in everyone's top 5: Giannis, Tatum, and Booker. Those are the 3 I'm arguing.
Hell no.
Because
You going
Lamont,
crazy.
I don't know if I can
Hold
put
on,
Booker in there.
Lamont, you tweaking, bro. I'm not even a
I
Booker fan by far.
gotta put AD in there, bro. He beat Giannis' ass, bro. You can't do that to AD,
I'm
bro.
not even a
No.
bro. I'm not giving a dude top 3 MVP over 9 games.
But sturdy. I'm saying
Go ahead.
right now, if I literally had to choose AD or Devin Booker, I have to go with AD because
AD.
he's having the same impact offensively and
He's not
a
having the
much
same
larger
impact
impact
And
defensively.
he's
Yes, he is.
way more
He's
versatile.
not having the
bro.
same impact
He's
offensively.
versatile.
That's
You
not
said
a
he's
lie.
not having the
That's not a
same
lie.
impact?
Offensively,
He's
no.
versatile.
Offensively, no.
Versatile. He's more
Overall-
versatile on both sides of the
Overall,
ball.
yes.
He's
Overall,
better.
yes. Defensively,
He's better, bro.
I'm not
Offensively
complaining.
too.
And it's not, bro.
Offensively too. Are
It's
you
not about
nuts?
who's better. It's not about
What?
who's better. He's not better offensively. You crazy?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
Yes, he
Lamont.
is.
Don't lie, my nigga.
He is.
Lamont
What?
lying, bro.
This
Lamont,
nigga
I'm not lying.
crazy.
He
I
don't have
promise.
the same he does not have the same offensive load as Devin Booker. And
Oh my
playmaking, we're not
God,
even
he
gonna
got a
compare that
bag. He
shit.
got a bag. He got a
We're not
bag,
gonna
bro.
compare that
He
shit.
got a
Okay,
big bag, bro.
so if you had to choose who you had to face for one game to win $1 million, you rather go up against AD or Booker?
What the fuck are these questions, Lamont?
No,
I'm saying-
answer the question, nigga.
Hell, I'm not answering that dumbass question.
No, it's not dumb. It's not dumb.
It is dumb.
I'm saying-
We're talking about MVP, not no $1-on-1 $1 million game.
Okay,
Hell?
okay, hold on. Let me ask you this question. If you got to get a shot off or you trying to drive to the rim, which guy you rather deal with, AD or Devin Booker?
I'm not comparing their defense. We all know who's superior player. I got AD with Brooke Lopez and my front runners of Defense Player of the Year. I know the fuck has been going on.
Bro, wait a minute.
But MVP
Name
is
how
way
many guys Devin Booker is stronger and taller than at his position. Now name how many guys AD is
It don't-
taller and
it don't-
stronger than at his position.
You don't want to do that. But number 2, it
I
doesn't
do
matter.
want to do that.
Devin Booker,
I do want to
even
do
if
that.
you want to do that comparison by position, Devin Booker is the best shooting guard in the league. AD is not the best power forward in the league.
Shit. He can power
I don't
forward or
know.
center. Power forward or center. The best fucking big man in the fucking league, nigga.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he had listen. He's staying healthy, and he done accepted his fucking role. You want to put me at the 4, bitch? I'm dominating. You want to put me at the 5, bitch? I'm dominating. Let's go. He ain't fucking playing, man.
Well, hold on. Let's go. Let's reel it back. I like the question that he presented because Booker does. I'm not going to say Booker doesn't have a case. I'm saying if I'm a voter, I'm going to struggle with putting Booker over Tatum or AD. It's just hard.
Bro, okay,
We
okay.
didn't even break
Hold
up
on.
niggas like
Listen to this.
Luca.
Listen
We
to
didn't even
this.
break up
Hold
niggas
on.
like Giannis.
Okay, let me make my case with this. If like I just said in the comments, if the Celtics come to town, I think that's the next game we playing. If the Celtics come to town and we fucking dominate them, what are you gonna say then?
The same thing.
What? What? Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead, FYF. Go ahead.
No, Booker has a case. Yeah, look, I'm not saying Booker don't have a case, but right now he's not better than AD. There's no
I
way I
didn't say,
can
hold on,
honestly
Lamont.
say
You know for a fact, Lamont. You do not have to be better than a player to win MVP. It's not about that.
that. He's not playing better. He's not playing better.
He was more consistent, and he's just as impactful as. Hold on.
He's not just as impactful as AD.
I would say he's a better shooter, but offensively, outside of that, he don't got shit on fucking Anthony Davis.
I mean, I understand the argument that Sturdy's making, but the one thing that's just going to kill him is that AD is not only dominant offensively, he's also been dominant defensively. He's
Lamont,
dominating
I'll
both
make you feel better.
sides.
I'll make you feel better. I got him fifth, okay? I got him fifth. He's top 5
Cool.
MVP
Who's that?
candidate. AD, he's top 5. He's number 5. That's better?
Now, but but you are right in the sense that the MVP generally, not always, but for like the last 10 years, has been going to a player that on a team that with a much better record. But so that could put Booker over AD by default because just the way people vote for it.
But see,
I would
he fizzling
struggle,
out.
man. I don't
See, the
know.
thing is this. Listen. His resume and how you look at him, it only goes so deep because Booker always fizzle out in the fucking playoffs. We seen when
Hey, do
AD
you agree
is
with
healthy,
that, Sturdy?
he do. And listen, and we seen when AD is healthy and he got a viable team around him, like with the Lakers. We seen what the fuck he do. Stop playing.
I think fizzle out is a little exaggeration for Booker. One, the sample size too small. Number
Oh my
two,
god.
to be honest, his overall performance in the playoffs has not been bad. Second thing, Lamont, you said you want to add context with the Lakers with injuries. The same thing with Devin Booker. People forget Devin Booker had a hamstring injury in the playoffs.
Okay, that's his fault.
That's the point.
That's his fault.
So I want to finish with this guy. I got to get off. Lamont,
Yeah.
I do think AD has been playing great. Like I said before, him and Brook Lopez are top 2 for defensive player of the year for me. But I just think if he does keep it up, and depending on where the Lakers end up at seeding, he does have a good chance of winning MVP. But right now, there's 4 guys that's above him in terms of MVP.
You said 4?
4, yes, 4.
Oh my god. I'm so pissed.
Hold on.
now.
Name the guys that you have over AD right now.
Oh my god.
Tatum, Booker, Giannis, and Luka.
What?
Everybody have a good night. Everybody have a good night. Lamont, if you still on later, I'll hop back on.
I'm dead.
Okay.
I'm dead.
No, that's just. I mean, you know what? I don't knock his take because both of all those teams are teams that, if you look at the teams, all of those teams are doing much better than the Lakers right now.
They are, but I know, and anybody with common sense right now knows, if the Lakers continue to do what they do, they're definitely going to be right there with them or head and shoulders above everybody else, bro. Where they're trending, anytime Russell Westbrook gets 7 points and they still win convincingly, that is dominant. That is dominant, man. They just do so many different things. They check off so many different boxes with rebounding, assists. They just too dynamic, man. And it really is clicking. It's clicking. Like, yeah, it's clicking like they were thinking it was gonna click.
This is slightly off topic. I just wanted to put it out there that I just saw. I just got a text message, and it says that the Atlanta Hawks are in talks with the Nets on a deal for Ben Simmons. So I'm looking at the text right now. It says potentially if a deal is done, Ben Simmons and Cam Thomas would go to Atlanta, and Brooklyn will receive Clint Capella, Bogdanovich and the number 16 pick. And also some type of other compensation. That would be
What?
something to revolve around. So, yeah.
So who finna be the point guard of the fucking team?
Oh, for Atlanta?
Brooklyn,
I don't know. I don't know.
not Kyrie ass.
But they weren't even using Ben Simmons as a point guard. They were using him as the center.
Man, I don't even know what's going on with Brooklyn. Brooklyn is really in shambles right now. They just horrible.
He said the Nets win that deal. Look, that's the deal that I see right here. It says right here, it says Brooklyn is looking to fill a glaring hole at rim protection. And so I guess he says that they're desperate to get that. And they say Clint Capella is top 20 defensively in this position. And then you also get the young player in Bogdanovich. He's not really being used right now in Atlanta because of the addition of DeJounte Murray. So he was once a starter. He's now relegated to the bench. And then you got the disgruntled Cam Thomas, who does not like how the Nets are utilizing him right now. So the Nets would get rid of two headaches and then address their biggest hole. I think the deal does make a lot of sense if you really think about it. But if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. But that is that's something they say it's in talks. So we'll see if it unfolds. He says he just came back from injury month. He only played 2 games. Who you talking about, J Mar? We got 8 months in there. He says AJ Griffin replaced Bogan. Yeah, AJ Griffin's been balling too. Bogey's been hurt. Yeah, you're right. AJ Griffin hit that game-winning lob the other day too. He says Cam Thomas is a ball hog. He's a young player, man. I mean, but that's what young players deal with. Young players are still trying to learn the game, and they're trying to figure out. We got Lesson Burn. He just pull up to the chat, man. What's good?
What's that, Lamont?
What's good, man? What you got on all this, man?
AD for MVP. Are you really doing this?
You got AD for MVP?
No. I'm asking. I said, are we really doing this?
I mean, no. I'm saying if the season ended today, if it was my vote, I would have to give it to AD. I don't think there's no player in the league playing better right now.
So just because this has always been my contention, right? People say the NBA has too many awards. Do you agree with that?
I mean, in a sense, I don't know if a lot of the awards carry much weight. So they do have awards, but I don't like some of the awards they have. I don't know if they really carry much weight. So I think though you got the MVP, Finals MVP. Those two are going to carry the most weight. You got Defensive Player of the Year, but after that, everything really is a sharp decline. Nobody really looks at Sixth Man of the Year significantly. Rookie of the Year, it's all right, but it's not really too significant because we've seen a ton of Rookie of the Years fall off. So, I mean, I don't know. I think they have just the right amount. But I mean, I think it's just how you weigh them. I don't think all of them are taken seriously.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I don't think there's too many, but like you said, some of them just kind of they lose their luster. But I feel like conversations like this as well. I feel like they should have a best stretch award.
What do you mean best stretch award?
Like your best, whoever has the best amount of games, say like a 20-game stretch or whatever, or the best games and shit like that.
But I thought they have that basically because they have Player of the Week, Player of the Month.
Well, they had the Player of the Month, but I guess even you could say who had the most valuable Player of the Month. Like, you know what I mean? That's just giving an award to the player with the most valuable month or something. Because I think it would eliminate a lot of this stuff like last year what we saw with DeMar DeRozan, right? Like DeMar DeRozan in the MVP talks. And like, everybody knew DeMar DeRozan wouldn't get the MVP, right? But, he had that stretch where he had 30-something games. 35 points or 30 points and over 50% or some shit like that or whatever, right? But I mean, AD, no. And this is been my biggest thing too. I remember when KD and Steph played together, neither one of those guys were even considered to get the MVP award. Like they weren't even getting talked about because the analysts and stuff on TV, they said since they played on the same team, they're pretty much eliminated from being the MVP. And
yeah, it's hard.
Even going by their criteria, they had the best record. Well, yeah. I guess they didn't have the best record. That was 2016. So They didn't play together and they had the best record. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, if we're gonna say that LeBron is a top 5 player and AD is also a top 5 player, well, we gotta be consistent with what they've already, the precedents that they've set. I just don't think AD has been playing good enough for long enough yet, and their record has to be better. They have to be at least a top 4 seed.
I mean,
even last year with Jokic, he didn't have the greatest record, but he had 2 of his best players gone, and he was still like a top 5 seed. So,
but see, the perception and the overall view.
But
listen, the perception and overall view is built into legacy and career. And career and legacy wise, he ahead of the rest of these niggas. Tatum, Booker, Giannis, the only one got a ups over him. So when you look at the 9-game stretch, added on to what he already done in the past, and you think he gonna keep doing this, and the team gonna keep trending, and LeBron gonna keep shooting the way he's shooting this bitch, man, it's over.
Though.
He gonna win. If he don't win MVP, LeBron gonna win MVP. Pick one.
No, stop it.
Pick one.
Just because you can't, the MVP's not a longevity award, dude. What are you talking about?
No, but it's a perception type of thing too.
If anything,
guys are slated automatically every year which guys are going to win MVP before they even bounce a fucking basketball.
Right, but
they have polls about that shit every year.
Right, but it's not about legacy, because if that was the case, Luka, I mean, a lot of you can tell the media wants Luka to win that bitch, and he don't have.
They want him to win, but is he going to win it? I don't know.
I mean, I doubt it. He doesn't deserve to.
But you got to play both ends.
Well, I mean, we know if the media, they can spin it however they want to. For right now,
but I don't know. But if y'all think about it, Jokic winning MVP the last 2 years, I think they got it right. Jokic to me was the best regular season player the last 2 years. Like,
no doubt.
And it wasn't predicated on him having the best team in the league too. It was just he was just the best in the league. Like, and I kind of like how they did it the last 2 years, and I think that's gonna bode well for AD if he has a true case for MVP.
Yeah.
Because now it's not completely relying on them being the number 1 or number 2 seed in their conference.
They're gonna be a top 5 seed.
I mean, they may because the league is so mediocre right now. Like, I mean, what does it take to be a top 5 seed now? What, fucking 48 wins?
Greatness? Shit, it's the NBA. This shit ain't.
Well, you got to realize that means if it's that tough and you're fighting and clawing and to get 48 wins to be a 1 seed, I would make an argument for that. It's a little bit tougher, and there's more depth. More to come.
There's more depth, but like I said, I mean, there's no.
Come on, man.
It's more even throughout. It's kind of like back in the day when they talk about the old school players. No, Lamont, I know.
Don't even do this. Don't.
You get on the Lamont. You get on the old school players and shit like that because now the athleticism is. I mean, you could make a case either way, right? Like, was it more difficult because the athleticism and skill is more evenly dispersed from top to bottom, or is it harder because the guys at the top are more athletically skilled and that much a cut above the rest of the guys? Because that's how it was back in the day, right? But
well, no, I think back. So I think like depending on the eras, each era had its own flaws, and so in the '80s, I believe they were running out of players because remember they were the ABA and the NBA were separate. They ended up merging. It still wasn't perfect combination as well, but
difficult marketing.
It's just the league. When Magic and Bird ended up saving it, you go into the '90s. Now they're going into the '90s. They're trying to play on the success that Magic and Bird brought. So what did they decide to do? Oh, let's expand. Let's bring in a whole bunch of teams all at one time. Not really understanding what the implications might be with regards to competition. And then you end up diluting your own league for 10 years throughout the 90s. You know, a lot of people disagree with that, but that's exactly what happened. And this is what coaches and then you go into the 2000s. Well, okay, well, now the expansion's not having much of an effect, but we can't have 90s rules with these new age players as teams get back deeper. We got to also expound upon the game. So what did they do? They changed the rules to the game. They pushed the 3-point line back. They allow teams to go back to zoning up, things like that. They make rule changes to slow down players like Shaquille O'Neal, all this stuff. And so the game has kind of changed as we've seen it, based on how deep the league is. And now that the league has gotten this deep, I mean, you look almost every team has, if not a star, some type of superstar caliber player, or at least a locally superstar caliber. So, I mean, it's a deep league. It's a deep league right now. I ain't gonna lie. When Celtics 2 stars, Bucks 2 stars, Cavs 2 stars, Hawks 2 at minimum, Sixers
Who's the Bucks
definitely
are the
2.
star?
Hey,
You
hey,
got Middleton a star?
Lamont, this
And
statement right
Middleton's a
here lets you
star.
know how deep this league is. The Sacramento Kings will beat your ass if you lacking any given night now,
Yeah,
because
any given. That's what I was gonna say.
they will. That
Any
lets you
given
know
night,
how deep
yeah.
the league is.
Pacers can beat the fucking Warriors, like you know what I mean. Like that. That's cool, but I think for marketing purposes, it's not. It's not great for the league. The league has always been the best when you have dynasties and rivalries.
No, that is true too. Any league, I think most leagues thrive off of the rivalries and the dynasty teams. I think.
It's a rebuilding phase right now. Like it ain't the Cavs and the Warriors no more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We gotta
Hold
wait
on.
until two teams are consistent and they collide
But
and become that finals or Western Conference or Eastern Conference finals rivalry. Right now, still searching for that. A lot of up
we
and
we
coming
we
teams,
might
up and
still
coming
be
players.
we still might be in the middle of a Golden State Warrior dynasty though. I don't know if their dynasty has ended. I mean, they just won a championship.
That's true.
Over the last 5 years, they damn near been to the finals a whole bunch. So we might still be in the middle of a dynasty and just don't even realize it because the Warriors are playing bad right now. Well, we got Astro Clipper talk. He just pulled up.
Yep.
What's good, Astro?
I'm good. Salute to everybody. I don't think AD should be like in. Well, I don't think he should be number one in the MVP conversation. I think he should be at least top 10. I guess because he has been on a historic run lately, and I'm happy for him, man. Everybody was bad mouthing him like in the beginning of the season, saying like they should trade him, and now everybody looking stupid. Now he's putting up these numbers and everything. So props to AD on that. But I don't think we should like usurp him over everybody like Jason Tatum, Giannis, or Devin Booker, who've been doing this consistently all season long. Like, I get the argument like Devin Booker don't play that much defense, but his offense is kind of literally carrying the Suns right now a little bit as well. And Jason Tatum's doing his thing. Giannis is always going to be doing his thing. And I think if the Lakers can at least get a winning record, I have no problem putting AD after number one slot. But the MVP conversation has been so weird now because you got like stuff like the NFL when they say Tua's like the MVP leader, and like you got Jalen Hurts who led his team to a 9-0 record. It's just weird with this MVP talk. Like, I guess it's because of the narrative type thing. I guess they just want like the bigger name to be pushed forward. I guess, but if the Lakers get a winning record, I have no problem putting AD number one. He's like literally almost unstoppable right now against any team that's going against him right now.
I mean, he already got the dub on Giannis. He just need to get it on D Book and he need to get it on Tatum and the Celtics. If he can get the dub on all these dudes that y'all want to put number 1, 2, 3, and 4 MVP candidates, and they get a winning record, it ain't gonna be no argument. AD, the best player in the league, MVP, he dominant.
Hey, let me ask everybody. Let me ask everybody since we got everybody on the panel now. So now that we've seen about a quarter of the way through the season for most teams, now that we've got a chance to analyze everybody, we've seen the ups and downs. If we can redo our finals predictions, what teams are gonna come out of the East and West right now? Who y'all got coming out of the East and West right now?
Lake fucking show.
Okay. Honestly, I'm still waiting for the season to play out right now.
No. But look, you don't have. I mean, just give us your prediction based on what you've seen right now.
Okay, what I say right now is I guess Phoenix. So Phoenix number one in the West right now. Then Boston coming out the East, and that's my final prediction right there.
What you got? What you got? Lesson.
I'm gonna go ahead and say. I'm gonna say Boston, definitely Boston, and I'm gonna say. I want to say Dallas, but I just don't have faith in it's like Dallas and Denver. I really like them, but I don't have faith in teams that got that one player like that. So I guess I kind of have to say Phoenix. I don't trust Chris Paul at all, really. But I guess I have to say Boston and Phoenix, even though, you know, yeah, yeah, I'll have to go with them. I guess kind of
I'm
hard
gonna
to
go
say.
with Boston and Lakers, man.
Mm.
Yeah, old
Mm.
school, old school. We're gonna take that back like 2 years. 2 years straight. We're going Boston and Lakers. Huh. Yeah, bring that old school feel back to the finals.
Man, you got a point. You know, the NBA could, that's a good profiting, good marketing strategy if the NBA could kind of make that happen. But,
Yeah, get the Lake Show two titles in a row real quick.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
I want y'all to like based on how we saw AD play against the Bucks. If AD's playing at the optimal level, what team can beat the Lakers? Can they be beat?
Plus
a
with
team
Russell
that
Westbrook having low
Yeah.
turnover numbers and high assists. Come on, man. Him and
it'll have to
LeBron
be a
getting 10
team.
plus assists with 0 turnovers. Bro, you can't beat that.
I
No, I
think
think Boston. I think Boston is a bad matchup for the Lakers because Boston can get in the Lakers' heads and maybe try to get them to shoot out with them. Plus, you could put multiple guys on AD. You're not gonna stop
I
AD,
think
but you put Grant Williams on in one possession, and then Robert
yeah.
Williams when he's healthy in one possession, you can wear him down and things like that over a 7-game series.
Shit, the AD I see now gonna wear their ass down.
I
Hey
think
man,
He's
he
So
got he got to keep it
that's
at
why
this
you got to
level
bring
though.
3, 4 different people on it. Horford,
Oh,
you got
okay,
to
put
put
them on
different
them. Watch them do
I
different
know
moves and fuck
Cuba.
them up.
What's
Cuba,
going
who's this?
on?
Who is that in your picture?
Hey man, that's me on that Lenza app, man. Hey, Lamont,
Oh,
it's me,
man.
but it ain't me.
This boy AD got a bag, bruh. Like, damn.
He's
Like,
getting his
what?
back. I'm glad he's finally getting his ass back down there in
I
the
think
post. He was trying to shoot too damn much over the past
I
couple of
think
seasons.
I think a team fully stacked can give the Lakers problems. I don't think Lakers don't have that well of a bench. So
And
a
that could
team
shoot.
have a great
Yeah.
bench, yeah, probably could give the Lakers problems.
See, they coming into form, though. They ain't in full form yet. The shooting is coming into form. Down
Hold
low,
on.
it's already there. It's AD and LeBron. Who's stopping that? But the shooters and the playmaking is coming into form. See, and Russell Westbrook, he done settled into a role of I'm gonna rebound and play defense, and I'm gonna give you motherfucking crazy ass passes. And I'm gonna give you at least 10 points. Now he gave him 7 points that last game, but he still got the dub and a low turnover number. So when you balling like that, when you got a whole nother playmaker next to LeBron too that can rebound and play defense, boy, you ain't finna beat that shit. AD,
And I'm like
man,
what you
listen,
said.
AD and LeBron pick and roll. You can't stop that. And then if LeBron or Westbrook really decide to clamp your ass, you clamped. I don't care if you a 1 or 2 guard.
Well, I like what you're saying, and I've been a proclaimed Laker LeBron hater and shit, especially like by my
What?
friends and shit, cause yeah, they I got a lot of friends that's like LeBron fans and shit, and I keep it real with what I be seeing with them and stuff,
Ron
and
hater.
they was all
Hey, B's got on one of y'all. Did somebody pick a team to get to the finals that has a below 500 record? Oh, you picked the Lakers, didn't you? Real debates.
That's right, man. Listen. You gotta understand. Listen, Westbrook and LeBron, them dudes is both capable of getting triple doubles. And then AD giving you legendary double doubles. You ain't fucking stopping that with a couple guys hitting a few threes. It's over for your ass. Say goodnight.
well, this is what I was saying.
I got real heated already.
They call me a hater and all this shit, but for the most part, I keep it real because like over the summertime, when they're trying to make all these trades and shit, trying to get Buddy Hield and this, that, and the third, I was like, bro, y'all are good the way y'all are. Like they wasn't trying to hear that shit. They thought I was just saying it because they wanted me. They thought that I wanted to see the Lakers fail. But I'm saying, why would y'all bring in a whole new crop of guys and then have to fucking jail and get personnel together and all that shit 30, 40 games in to where y'all just now getting our roles. Now, look how fast it was. Look how it only took them, 15, 20 games to get rolling and shit because they had the same core guys. So this is your best bet, man. Westbrook realized he got to take a lesser role, run the offense through AD, so LeBron's not fucking gas in the fourth quarter, and he ain't got no fucking legs. They straight. They probably a top 4 team in the West right now.
Actually, I think the Pelicans can give the Lakers problems. Fully healthy.
I believe the Pelicans would be the easiest matchup for the Lakers. Matchup wise.
Okay.
What about
I think that's because what the Pelicans do best is defensively the Lakers' strength. Right, the interior defense with AD and those guys, that's the Lakers' strength right now. I mean,
he's bigger than Zion.
you know, and so I think that's why I agree with teams like Boston, teams with them perimeter attack, even the Suns. I would say Memphis, Golden State. I think teams with that outside attack from the perimeter is going to really, really get the Lakers problems. That's what we're going to see. The Lakers get tested as they get through this road trip. The teams that can do that, those are going to be the teams that are going to really put them to test. We got salute Tiffany. Appreciate you pulling up. We got Anthony Eason in here. Bees, you got to hit that link, man. Bees, you was getting on somebody. You got to come pull up in here.
Hey, what do you think about Zion's play so far? This season?
I mean, I knew you got to think before he got hurt, Zion was 27 points per game or something. I mean, I knew Zion. I think we all know how good Zion is. It's just a matter of can he stay healthy, and I think that's always been the question. I don't think anybody really doubted his talent.
Him and Luka, same question.
And he said that, and Zion shed that weight too. So I think that helps.
Can you play on both ends? Can you get in good condition? That's the same question I got for him and Luka.
He said Pelicans a dark horse. Yeah, I have Pelicans as my dark horse team this year too. Even though they're not really looking like a dark horse right now.
Clippers
man, the Celtics.
Kawhi can get back.
Didn't Alvarado just had 38 or something? I saw it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Alvarado's nice. He's been a hidden gem. He's been hit. What do y'all think about we got about 30 more minutes on the morning show about Draymond Green's top 5 list. I know there was a lot of people hitting me up on IG saying I need to talk about Draymond Green's top 5.
I don't know his top 5. I just know he had Bron.
What was the list?
What was the rest of
so I'm gonna tell you. So he had Kobe at 5. He had Steph at 4.
Damn.
He had Shaq at 3. Jordan at 2, and Bron at 1.
And how about starting 5 lineup?
It's a horrible list. From the 90s on, yeah, that's a good list.
One hell of a starting 5.
How's it a horrible list?
I guess because Curry and Shaq in the top 5 for him. I don't know.
What? Who's better than Shaq though in his prime at his position?
Kareem, you can make the case.
Nah.
Shaq in his prime was fucking nice.
He was nasty, bruh. Them dudes ain't bigger than him, bruh. They might be the same height, but is they stronger? Hell no.
Well, I mean, we can't put Shaq up there because he was so good in his prime, and then also put LeBron up there because of his longevity.
Wait, what?
Well, LeBron's not up there because of longevity.
And LeBron up there because he that nigga. What is wrong with you, bro?
He's that Bron nigga. LeBron's universally in that top 5.
Bro, did you see that baby hook pass? This nigga did a
Hold on, real debate.
Driving baby hook alley-oop pass, bro. Come on,
I got real debates on one right now.
Real debates. What is a hook pass? What is a hook pass?
I don't know. That nigga made it up. I don't know. This shit is godly, bro. It's God mode. It's God mode.
If you dominant, which I agree Shaq was, look what Shaq did. He was winning. He won 3-peat. He 3-peat.
Hold on, y'all. We got Mingo Jester just pulled up. What's good, Mingo?
On LeBron's watch. That's my point.
Mingo, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's happening? What's happening?
What's good, man? What you got on this? You got AD for MVP just like everybody else?
Man, let me tell you something. AD is balling. AD going ham. I got to give him credit to AD going ham. Like, you know, not the thing you eat, but anyway, he going ham. But
come on, man.
AD going ham, but I still got Giannis for MVP though. AD second.
This my thing, man, Justin.
But the only reason why I don't
all these guys
hold on. The reason why I don't have AD for MVP because of their team record. Their team record. You got to have a better record than that. It's not just about numbers.
You got to respect his criteria. You got to respect his. That
right,
actually, I like that.
We all know league MVP based on record too. That's the reason why Steve Nash won the 2 years he got it. I mean, it's not about just numbers. It's about team record too. You do know that counts, right?
That's true. Hold on, we got Hold on, let me hear from Jermaine because Jermaine and the locker room just
One
pulled
thing
up.
I be telling when it come to LeBron, people be like this. Oh, he got longevity, and that's why he got all these stacks, top 10, and this. Y'all acting like he's sitting around averaging 10 points per game.
Hey, I got a question.
Vince Carter played 22 seasons.
Hold on, Bees. I want to hear from Jermaine. I got the locker room, and then we're gonna go to Bees because I know Bees gonna cook some steaks. He heard.
People like saying, "Oh, he played 20 years." Okay, Vince Carter played 22 years. He not top 15 in no stats.
Right, but
Stop that longevity.
you got Shaq on the top because he wasn't as fine. You got LeBron or Jordan.
Hold on, one at a time. Hold on, Lesson Burn. Let him finish.
I say longevity, like he's sitting around getting these numbers, averaging 10 points per game. That's all I got.
Hold on, locker room just pulled up. Locker room, what's good?
What's going on, man? Shout out to the show, man. Yeah, man. I got this stat pulled up. What is it? 55 and 17. The first person to put these numbers up in the Laker uniform since Wilt. Yeah, I got AD right now, man. As soon as the Lakers get back over 500, man, I don't see how you can keep them out of the conversation.
They gotta improve their record though.
Now, locker room.
What's going on?
I know you've been hearing the chatter because the Lakers did have a rocky start. Like I said, even though they had a rocky start, I said y'all need to take the positives out of the rocky start because I said teams that play this good defensively don't stay this bad. I said the law averages for defensive teams will kick in, and the teams that y'all see at the top, like Utah and Portland, will start to drop. And if the Lakers remain a good defensive team, they will rise. It's just something that you cannot. The basketball guys just always make it that way. The best defensive teams will rise to the top. Did you forecast this? Did you think that the Lakers could play this to this level, or did you think they needed to do a Russell Westbrook trade to be this good?
At the beginning of the season, I did. I thought, especially in the summer, reading all the reports, everybody was, saying that they was going to trade Russ to Indiana, do the Buddy Hield deal, but. We started him those first few games, and then we ended up sending him to the bench. And I got to be real with you, man. I've been like really impressed ever since we put him on the bench. He's just been playing some pretty good basketball. He's still inefficient from the field, typical Russ, but just I don't know if you caught that Milwaukee game, but he just made winning plays. Diving on that floor. That was
he check off the box in every area so well.
Hold on, y'all let him cook. Y'all gotta let him cook. Y'all let him finish.
So at this point, I think I would be disappointed, man. At this point, if we got rid of Russ, to be honest with you. But as far as them having this turnaround, it's definitely impressive, man. When you see what AD's been doing, like I said, I put it on my community tab, FYF. I said AD and Bron, they out here looking like Magic and Kareem 2.0. That's what it's looking like to me. I mean, he just passed up Magic on the assists, record. So, like I said, what AD is doing, I told you I got the stat, man. 50 and 15 on 70% field goal shooting, the first since Wilt in 1969, man. So,
hey, that's facts. Hey, and you know what? This is what I tell people. Because that dive to the floor by Russ was essentially a game-winning play.
Right.
And what I said was, would Buddy Hield have dived to the floor like that? Because that's who a lot of people were really clamoring. I'm saying if they had made that trade and Buddy Hield was right there, Buddy Hield ain't diving the way Russ dove for that ball. And I said he does play with reckless abandon. He is inefficient. But the one thing he's doing to counter his inefficiency is he's taking far less shots. So you can live with his inefficiency if he's taking 10 shots, 9 shots, 12 shots. That efficiency is going to hurt you. So he's up here taking 18 to 20 shots and he's inefficient. I think that's what really bothers you. So as long as he's just limiting his shot attempts and not killing them with bad shots. I think they can live with his turnovers because he's gonna turn over the ball because he's gonna give you energy and effort. But Bees is just pulled up Bees.
Yeah. I'm hearing a lot of cap going on. First of all, AD isn't at the head of the lead for MVP.
Soft serve. You don't like AD, y'all.
No. So let's stop that. First of all. Second of all, the Lakers weren't as bad as their first 10 games, and they're not as good as their last 10 games. They're somewhere in the middle. So let's just think about this. They beat the Bucks. They won the game. Give them credit. But they had to accomplish something historical to beat the Bucks with Chris Middleton playing his first game back. I mean, think about that. They had 22 assists between Bron and Russ with 0 turnovers. How many times do you think they can accomplish that?
Bro, the Bucks were 11-1 at home, though.
I don't care. The point I'm trying to tell you is Chris Middleton was playing his first game. He don't have his legs. He's not in shape.
He was highly efficient. He wasn't.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all got to let Bees finish. Y'all let him finish.
I'm just telling you, if you think the Lakers can refabricate that game they played, you smoking.
That ain't happening.
You smoking. If you think they're going to get 22 assists between Russ and Bron with 0 turnovers, you smoking. And that's only the second time that's ever been done. The second time that's ever been done in NBA history. And the game was still in the balance at the end. So they're not as good as people are making them seem at this point, and they're not as bad as their start. So we can all acknowledge that. As far as AD being in the MVP conversation, you can't put him in the top 5 because he got just as many bad games as he's got good games.
True.
So you look at a guy like Luka. Luka's been consistent all year. I don't know how you catch him.
Facts.
Are you serious?
Bro, Luka averaging 33, 8, and 8, bro, with 50% shooting. I don't give a shit about no 55 and 17, bro, in one game. This man had a 40-something point triple-double the other night and beat the Warriors. That's more impressive.
How many losses does the Mavericks got right now?
Bro, you got
less than a Laker.
When you look at Luka is doing this without an all-time great on his team in LeBron James. He ain't got LeBron James. He ain't got Russell Westbrook. He's a one-man gang, bro. And AD ain't gonna overcome that.
And he ain't going no fucking where because of that.
That's not the point.
It's not the point. I'm just telling you what AD would have to do to usurp Jason Tatum and Luka Doncic at this point, it would be crazy.
He got to just keep doing what he's doing. What you mean?
How can you bring up? You just said Luka's doing it by himself, but then you said Tatum. You brought Tatum into the conversation.
Yeah,
Tatum got help as well.
Tatum has help, but Tatum's had a better year so far than AD. And so what I'm saying is you can't take 8 games and represent 20 games. You got to take the whole 20 games, bro.
Okay, Bees. I'm going to give you the same reference again that I already gave twice. If he go and fuck up the Celtics and go fuck up Booker and fuck up all these guys that y'all got ahead of him and they get a winning record and they in this shit, then what you going to say? Because it looking like that's what's going to happen. Because he already took Giannis up out of there.
Hold on, bro. You're forgetting what I said at the beginning. The Lakers aren't as good as their last 10 games, and they're not as worse. They're not as bad as their first 10 games. They're somewhere in between. Where that is, you don't know yet.
I mean, you know why? Because they got new pieces and they all trying to gel together. These other teams already got established chemistry.
I think there's an option there that you didn't include. They could be better than what we're seeing now.
Well, there is. I'm saying they're somewhere in between. And there's also another option you didn't include. Want me to include that for
you? What's that?
Oh shit!
That this dude that y'all putting the flame to right now isn't very durable. At any time, he can be out 10, 15, 20 games.
Shit. Hey, listen, I ain't tripping about how durable any guy is, as long as they more durable than Kawhi Leonard.
I'm just being honest, bro. So is AD gonna be able to play 75 games this year?
Is anybody gonna be able to stop him the way he playing right now?
Bro, I asked you a question.
I asked you a question.
Whether or
You
not
can
he,
answer
whether,
question
whether or
with a
not he
question.
plays 75 games don't matter as long as we get to the playoffs healthy.
Well, when you put him in the MVP conversation, he gonna have to play 70, 75 games to overcome Luka or Jason Tatum, bro.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fair.
That's fair.
And if he play like this, he gonna be the best player in the league and the MVP. Ain't gonna be no discussion.
And so that's why I asked you, can he stay healthy that long?
Can anybody stay healthy? I mean, anybody can get injured though. Let's keep it a buck.
Look, man, this dude
But Anthony Davis is injury prone though.
This dude missed games.
Come on,
This,
man.
this dude missed games because he got the bubble guts, bro. Come on.
I mean, listen, you can't ride with that perception. You can't keep riding with that for long. You can't keep riding with that, brother.
You can't ride with the fact he's going to this forever. I mean,
All right.
So I don't want to sound completely against AD. I don't like him, but shout out to AD for playing well the last 2 games.
Okay,
I'm just saying, he going out and proving people wrong outside of Kawhi Leonard. He ain't proving niggas wrong. You can't keep saying, listen.
Hey, we got to go one at a time. Yeah, one at a time.
I fuck with Kawhi, but listen, I'm giving a comparison about it. It's always a saying guys say, when Kawhi is healthy, he the best player in the playoffs. He the best player in the league. When healthy. Well, guess what? AD is healthy, and he's the best player in the league.
Hold on. That's cap. That's cap. Now that's cap. Now that's cap.
Ready to trade this dude.
Hold on, let me say this.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let Beast cook.
Let me say this, and then I got to bounce. As far as I'm concerned, AD has had 2 disappointing seasons and a very disappointing start to this season. He's got a lot of games just to get back to 500 in my book.
Hey,
this is horrible.
Before you go,
you are so hardcore.
Hold on, y'all. Let Locker Room cook real quick.
Before you go, I got AD stats pulled up right now. We got AD is 28.6, 12.8 rebounds, 59% from the field, 33% from 3. Tatum is 30.7, 8 rebounds, 48% from the field, and 35% from 3.
Okay.
Close.
So
that's very close.
And Tatum has help. And Tatum has help because Jalen Brown.
Hold on. What was Tatum's rebounds?
8.1.
And what was his assist number?
4.3.
Okay, what's AD's assist numbers?
2.6.
So you're telling me all he's doing is receiving the ball and scoring? He's not.
Hold on. But
so
Beast.
Hold on. So you telling me that he actually has no effect on the team other than scoring the ball?
Bro, if we take AD's assist.
Hold on, bro. Yes or no?
Bro, I'm about to answer your question. Okay. AD is averaging 2.6 assists. So let's round that up to 3. Tatum is averaging 4.3, so we'll round that down to 4. So one more assist. That's your argument?
Yeah, he's averaging what? Three more points.
They have more wins.
He's averaging
difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference, bro.
He's averaging 2 more points, and AD's got him on rebounds, and then he's averaging 1 more assist.
Not a win.
But like I said, and then you don't even want to bring Luka's stats up because it's even worse.
Yeah.
Listen.
What's Luka's stats, bro? He's averaging what? 33 points.
Okay.
Man, I can't wait till Boston come to town. We're gonna fuck him up.
Bro, let him say this.
And
I want you to round Luka's stats like you rounded AD stats.
Only if it's past 5 or 6. That's the only reason you round it up.
Yeah, but I think Luka's been the preseason favorite to win the MVP like almost the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And the problem with him winning it is that I think the one thing that's hurt him because he's kind of been in that same as far as team record goes, he's been right in that same area with Jokic. But one, I just think all around both sides of the floor, he's just not having the same impact as some of these other players, which is why he falls out of the conversation.
Okay, tell me his stats.
No, his stats, his offensive numbers are always going to be great, but I think
and FYF it's because of the usage as well. He's
Hold on,
he's
bro.
always got the ball in his hand.
Give me the stats, bro.
Stats for what again?
Give me
Luka. He want Luka stats. He want Luka stats right now.
Oh man, that's a blanket ass statement.
I got Luka's stats. I got Luka's.
Hold on. What are they?
8.
No. What is 8? What 8 point what?
8 rebounds, 8 assists.
No, 8 point what on his rebounds?
8.6, 8.6, 8.6, and 8.6 assists.
So that's 9.
So that rounds up to 9. That's 9.
And what's his assists?
9.
8.6.
9. So you're talking about a nigga that's averaging 33, 9,
9.
And what's he shooting?
Over 50%.
Yeah, but bees, if you're going off, if you're going off that logic, that means you believe Russell Westbrook should have won MVP every time he averaged a triple double.
Bro, I'm not going. Look, bro, we talking about y'all use this. The numbers were used for AD, and all I'm saying is he's having a good year. He's scoring the ball and he's rebounding. But he's only averaging 3.5 more rebounds than AD at 6 less points and 7 less assists. And Luka, we know Luka takes far more 3-pointers and jump shots than AD, and their shooting percentages are too close.
Right.
That shit ain't even a contest, bro.
AD more efficient, man. He more versatile on both ends, and he more efficient.
But bang, it is. I think again, Luka. I think nobody's going to deny that he's in the conversation. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, and it's time for people to make their votes, year after year, he consistently gets punished because he's not having the impact defensively that these other guys have.
Here's your biggest problem, bro. Here's AD's biggest problem. When you get down to the nitty gritty, like you talking about, all you can talk about with him is rebounding and scoring.
That's great. Hold on, no, you can talk about defense.
Defense.
Yeah, you can, but I'm saying you saying he's gonna get half his points from dunks and the line being set up by 2 of the best assist guys of all time. True or false?
True.
I mean, that's true. I give it to
Who better on the perimeter defensively, AD or Luka?
Yeah, here's the. I think to say that he's just scoring off of good passes from Russ and LeBron is not. It's kind of disingenuous because when you and Gabriel and Thomas Bryant can't score like that just because LeBron and them pass him the ball.
You gotta finish it.
Bro, I gave him credit. All I heard on this channel, what he said, he leading. He in the conversation. He at the top of the list for him. That to me is favoritism. That's bias.
I said once they get back over 500.
Yeah, that's still bias.
No, it's not.
No. He did say that. He said once they get over 500,
bro,
you can really.
I don't
He did
care
say that.
if they got a 600 winning percentage, bro. It's the whole pie. It's not just pieces.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's what, December. It's not like it's not like it's March.
No, you can put him in the conversation. I ain't gonna say you can't put him in there.
Bees, is this true? Yes or no? Compared to these other teams in this atmosphere, the Lakers ain't even whole yet. These other teams already got they roster filled out, they whole, they got their chemistry, they got everything locked down. It ain't gonna be no changes. The Lakers are.
Actually, that's not true, bro.
It is true.
The Celtics aren't locked down yet. They've still
they whole.
Bro,
they ain't making no changes.
You asked me a question. You gonna let me answer it?
Go ahead.
Number one, the Celtics added pieces. Robert Williams is on the shelf. They got Brogdon. They ain't a final product yet. Yep. The Bucks ain't a final product yet. There are teams that aren't a final product yet.
Okay.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton gonna give you about 6 to 10 more points than what he gave you.
What?
He was pretty efficient that game. It ain't like he was trash. He wasn't trash. He just wasn't the same Chris Middleton we used to
He
see.
was on
But
minutes
everybody else
restriction.
was what they was, and they got their ass beat. So that was
Imagine
a
if it
decent
was
win.
though. Imagine
Yeah,
if it
but
was.
I think a lot of people, and I think Bees. I think Locker Room had a good point. The Bucks are one of the best home teams in the league. To go into Milwaukee and get a win, I don't care if Middleton's playing good or bad. That's not easy to do. Like you ain't just walking into Milwaukee and winning.
And you know what, Lamont? I
Chicago did it
would
last year.
agree with that. But the point I made is they had a historical game to even win. That's why. Hold on, bro. That's why I don't give them as much credit, bro. Because the chances of that win are next to nil.
Lamont.
Oh my God!
I know,
Hold
but
on.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The
Locker.
chances of that are high because you got two of the guys. Two guys that can keep
Let
doing.
Locker Room cook real quick, and I'm gonna go to you.
Here's
real
my
base.
thing. Here's my thing, right? You bring Jason Tatum in the conversation. Okay, cool. Let's run with that. The Boston Celtics was just in the NBA Finals last year. The LA Lakers didn't even make the play-in tournament.
Thank you.
So when you look at the turnaround, that's why I say you got to put him in the conversation.
Oh,
look at where they started the first 10 games of the season and look at the last 10 games of the season and how he's dominated. That's why I say you got to put him in the conversation.
So we'll put him in most improved. We can talk about that then.
Oh, okay, Bees. I'm really gonna come after you, man, because this shit is irritating me, man.
Because we've seen players have flashes during the season of brilliance and not win the MVP because their overall work. If AD can keep this up 40 more games, then I'm with you, bro.
I know, but Bees, the thing is, at one point in time, AD was a top 5 player in the league. He's just coming back to that form. It's not like we haven't seen this before from AD. He's just coming back. That's it.
You're right.
It's not like Nurkic is doing this and he gonna go back to normal form. This is a guy that was top 5 in his.
Oh no, he was. And for 2 years, you didn't see that form. So that tells me that it's possible for him to go back, and it's also possible for him to revert.
Well, then you have to say maybe he wasn't that form because he was just dealing with injuries,
or maybe he just a bitch.
Maybe you just a hater, I think. Yeah, see, oh no.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is with this dude, but like I said, the chance of this dude playing 65 to 70 games this year. What really, Lamont? What are the chances? What are the probabilities that he will make it that far?
Well, the way he's looking now, so I believe he can play 70 games this year because the work, the ease at which the guys are helping him facilitate his buckets, he's not making himself as susceptible to injuries as we've seen in the past, right? And so they're not. I believe he can stay healthy the way he's playing now because a lot, like you said, a lot of his buckets are at the rim, easy looks. I think he can deal with that. I think a lot of his injuries in the past have happened on being out on the perimeter, rolling his ankle, jumping, landing on somebody's foot.
You can say it, Lamar. Half his points are spoon fed. You can say it.
I know, but Bees, that's almost all players in the NBA unless you're a point guard.
Hey, Lamar, I make this one point because this is what I think. One thing too that's going to come is that almost every MVP has been the leader of the team. AD at this point, I think it's kind of safe to say that he's the best player on the team, but he's not the leader of the team. I don't know when the last time somebody won an MVP award and wasn't the leader of their team. So that's going to play a factor too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, that's cap.
Hold on. Jordan won an MVP and Pippen was the leader of the team.
What about Draymond? What about Draymond and Steph?
Let me just ask y'all a question, bro. Hold on, whatever happened to watching the team, enjoying it, and then letting it play where it played? Why we gotta inject them into the finals because they went 8-10? Why are we doing?
We just having a juicy discussion, man. You know what I mean?
And then next week, if them niggas lose 4 games in a row, you gonna be on here pulling your hair out, cussing.
No. If they win 4
Now,
in a
Bees.
row, you gonna be on here pulling your hair out, cussing.
Now, Bees, would you be willing to bet money on that decline?
Oh yeah, who wants it? Who wants?
You bet that they
Debo?
lose 4 games in a row?
I said if they lose 4 games in a row in the next 10, some of the same people on here screaming because they went 8-2.
No.
Okay, so you gonna put a bet on that?
Bees, what do you think they'll go the next 10 games?
Oh, I have no idea. I'd have to look at these.
I'll tell you the schedule. Let me tell you the schedules.
Show us the schedule.
They got Cleveland tomorrow. I know that.
Hold on. Let me tell you the next 10 game schedule. And then you'll get a good idea if you want to take the bet. So they played Cleveland. Hold on, somebody, Mingo, you got a little vibration going. Then they play the Raptors. They play the Sixers. That's 3 games. Pistons, Celtics, 4 or 5. Then they got the Nuggets at 6. Wizards again. It's going to be the 7th game. They play the Suns, 8th game. Kings, 9th game. And then they finish out the next 10 game stretch against the Hornets.
Oh yeah, man! Don't play, Bees. Don't play.
No. I can see them going 4-6 or 5-5.
They ain't gonna lose no 4 in a row.
So you're gonna go. So you're gonna say 5-5. You say they go 5-5 the next 10 games.
That I think that's their best. I think that's the best outcome for them in the next 10 games.
I'm giving them 7-3.
I'll bet that.
No, y'all gotta bet an over under because you can't bet head on or y'all gonna.
I bet under 7. Under 7. I bet under 7.
So hold on. So Bees, you got 6 and under. He has 7 and up.
Yeah. I bet that. What you want to bet?
50. Cash out.
Come on, can you read that schedule again?
I will. I want to see if they do the bet first because we got to lock it in.
50.
This is gentleman's
That's a bet. Everybody confirmed it. 50. Cash out.
I tell you what, cash app him now, then, player.
Cash app him now?
Yeah, because I don't like chasing niggas down for no money.
No, I'm gonna come right on here. I'm gonna come right on here with the bread.
Bees, I'll vouch for him. He's good for it.
I'm gonna come right on here with the bread. I'm showing up early.
Bees, I'll vouch for him. Bees, he's good for it. He's good.
Okay, go ahead. I got 6 and under. Go ahead. Say they 10 games again.
So the 10 games again are going to be Cleveland tomorrow.
Ooh.
The Raptors is going to be tough.
Yep.
Sixers, Pistons. They play the Celtics, Nuggets, Wizards, and Suns again. The Kings, and then they finish it up with the Hornets.
So Suns. Is Embiid playing for the Sixers or is he still hurt?
I don't know. Again, you're going to have to. Again, the other team's been injured. Something is you're gonna have to try to. I don't mean it's hard to forecast that, but
come on, bro, y'all. It's easy work, bro. Yeah, just make sure you show up, Bees.
Bees good for it, y'all. Bees is good for it. Bees.
I swear to God, I work every day. I am good for it. Tell you, I'm showing up early, man. I need that, man. I need them extra beers, man.
Somebody else want some of this?
No.
I'll take that.
You're going 7-3.
Hold on, Bees. You got Cuba too. That's Cuba.
Cuba.
Wait, what happened?
Who said they taking that?
That's the locker room.
The locker room. The locker room. He good for it too. You hear that, Bees?
Man. Y'all niggas don't be getting.
Hold on, listen. Okay,
nah. Locker room is solid for it, and real debate is solid for it.
We beat Washington, and we already done beat the Nuggets. Come on, man. That's 2 wins right there. You know that.
They're gonna beat the Lamont, just so we clear, what I got.
You got 7 and over, bro.
Okay, yeah, I'll take.
They got to go 7-3 for you to win.
I'll take.
That's right. Yeah, I'm taking it.
BJ, you had to break that down to him like that man can't do math.
Hey, man,
no, you got to clarify.
What you think about that bet, Mingo Jester? What you think about that bet?
I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If the Lakers keep playing how they playing, B's gonna lose.
Hey, y'all.
That's a lot of games, though.
Y'all want that bet, right? Nobody else wants to bet.
No, I ain't betting.
Bees,
I'm
I'm not gonna bet you, but I have a
I'm
weird
not betting.
feeling that the Lakers might do better than 7-3. I believe like
Hey,
Well, we gonna see. We gonna
if
see.
they do better than 7-3, I lose $100. It's what it is.
I don't
Well,
know.
I thought he said 50. I thought he said
Oh,
50.
it's a double bubble if they do better than 7-3.
No,
Hey, Lamont, what if AD? What if he gets hurt one of them games? How
That's
they
on. That's on. The real debate's gonna have to eat the L.
Oh,
That's
hold on. It's a double. Hold on. So this is what we're gonna bet.
He said,
me?
hold on,
I ain't playing.
nigga.
I got money. I got money. I work every day. Hold on. If they go under 5, that's a double bubble. If they go over 7, that's a double bubble.
Oh, Bees, that's good.
Okay, so okay.
Bees, you want to do that with real debates?
I got
Yeah,
no
he
problem.
said I go with him. All right.
He trying to hit you with the double bubble though. If you can get it, or he can get it.
I'm gonna be here.
I got no problem.
All right, so double bubble with real debates. Locker room, you doing the double bubble also?
Nah, man, I just take mine straight up, man.
Oh, so he's just doing straight up. Okay,
Yeah.
so
All
we
right.
just lock.
Now, listen. How can I collect my winnings?
So here, you can just look. Bees is good for it. You can come to me if you win.
All right.
That's how if you can't find bees, that's okay because I know bees will ultimately come around.
I'll tell you what, bro. The easy way for me to do it is just to send the money to Lamont and y'all get it from Lamont.
All right. That's
Okay, whatever.
And vice versa.
I mean, Bees has done that before. Like I said, y'all have the option to do that. Y'all have the option to do that if y'all just don't want no confusion. And I'll hold it. I've done that for Bees before on another bet. So I mean, either way works for me. But whatever y'all feel comfortable doing, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I don't want to be putting out no APBs, niggas.
I ain't no APBs. I'm popping up early.
Hey, Bees, you know I got a dude running around. I got a dude running around. Owe me 10,000.
I know.
Damn.
That's why you got to be careful with these internet, bro. Because they do a lot.
Even though the Chiefs lost that last game, I'm still picking them to win the Super Bowl.
Hey! Thanks for the money, fellas. That's an easy $150 right there.
Jimmy G ain't go down. We would have whooped that.
Hey, you notice Lamont didn't want none of that shit.
Hey, listen. It ain't no payment plan. It ain't no payment plans, is it?
Hey, I will say this too. Maybe I lose the bet, but the probability is y'all lost.
Hey, Bees. This is the crazy thing about it. I'm flipping through channels and shit. I'm seeing I think it was like Brian Renhorst or somebody was saying it might be a big 3 brewing in Washington. And then what the fuck happened? Double nickel. Double nickel. Like, stop this shit, man.
Yeah, but they won the game. Salute to them. But let's be. Did Bradley Beal get hurt in that game?
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Bees. J Mar said he wants to bet as well.
All right, I get it with J Mar too.
Yeah,
how much is the bet?
It's $50. The bet is $50.
Yeah,
and so if it's over
straight up, it's $50. But see, Bees and real debate, they doubled it though, so they going to.
My thing, I would have gone.
No, they didn't double it. I'm saying if the Lakers do worse than the threshold that they set, then Bees gets to double up. If they do better than the threshold that real debate set, then he gets to double up. So it's just a little add on to the bet, like a little side bet in the bet.
Who else wants some
AD, if he gonna play all them games, I don't know if you can get hurt.
Who else wants some of Debo?
Hey, hold on. And just so we know now, just so we cleared up, this bet is not contingent on injuries because Bees don't get no passes if these other teams are injured, and the Lakers don't get no passes if the
that's right. That's right.
All right.
Hey, but our next game, we don't know shit.
So basically, what y'all saying is no exceptions. Everything goes.
Next 10 games, AD go down. The next game, he missed the next 9 games.
Hey, mind you, y'all, we already done beat Giannis in this 10-game stretch. We got the Phoenix Suns and we got the Celtics. If they do better than 7-3 or do 7-3 in this 10-game stretch, and he put up the numbers he putting up, he is the fucking MVP, bruh.
Let me.
Y'all got the Cavs. Y'all also got the.
Everybody done bet me that wanted to bet, right?
Yeah, you got J Mar, Locker Room, and Real Debates.
Okay, now the bank is closed. Now I'm gonna put this little number. And I'm gonna tell you, y'all was dumb as hell to take that bet.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, we'll see.
the Lakers can have a successful road trip and y'all still lose the bet. They can go 6-4 and y'all still lose the bet.
Okay, but the thing is, B.
No, bro,
the-
let me
the-
finish, bro.
okay,
Let
go
me
ahead.
finish. They can easily lose to the Suns. They can easily lose to the Celtics, and they can easily lose to the Raptors or the Cavs.
No.
If those four things happen, the bet's done.
Now,
Yeah.
They can win every other game.
All they need to do is win one of those games, though, and they're gonna win all other games.
I think the biggest swing game of this bet is going to be the Celtics game.
Right.
I think if they beat the Celtics, I
Indeed,
think that
they do.
sways in some person's favor.
Yeah,
in Boston.
It's really gonna get ugly if they lose to the Kings.
Hey,
Lamont,
here's the thing.
I got Tatum's best game pulled up right now this season. He went off for 43 and 10 against Detroit on the 12th of November. So Tatum's best game was 43 and 10.
I thought he had 49 one game.
I thought so too.
He did.
He
did have 49 one game. He did.
Yeah, that was the same day.
I thought that was 48.
Pull that up.
I thought that was 48 and he missed the jumper, try to get 50.
No, I thought they won that. 49 points.
He did.
My bad.
Booker had
I'm tripping.
51,
My bad. Yeah,
48.
Yeah, he had 49. 49.
It was 49.
Miami.
49.
Yeah, what do you have again?
49 and 10 against Miami. AG.
Oh shit! Oh
That's
shit!
what it was. It was 49.
Oh shit! God damn it!
This the thing too, Bees.
And
We
he had a
clearly know.
43 game. Oh shit!
We clearly know this too, Bees.
Oh, no, y'all one at a time. Y'all one at a time. Y'all.
I like how you keep. Hold up, bro. I like how you keep conveniently leaving out assists. You just focusing on points and rebounds.
49, 10 and 3.
Okay, there you go.
No, my bad. 49, 11 and 3. But AD went for 55 and 17.
And how and what?
He had no assist.
Oh shit!
So
how many steals and blocks though?
I ain't even got that.
I think he had three blocks last game, right? I think. I don't know how many.
Yeah, and Tatum gonna have more skills. So I ain't.
Hold on, Khalil. What's good, man?
What up,
Hey,
everybody?
what up, Khalil? Hey,
What up,
so,
B?
hey, what up, big man? Hey, so what's Luka best game?
It wasn't a double nickel. I'll tell you that.
What was it? The 42 triple double? I don't know.
That's better than a double nickel, nigga.
Hell,
You got people arguing that AD will win the MVP over Luka right now.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Listen, man. Congratulations to the Lakers for being looking like they belong back in the NBA. But let's not overdo it here, man. Y'all Lakers fans was the same fans that made Andre Drummond look like Lou Alcindor or some shit. And he got traded over there. So anything y'all say, you can't really take that serious. I mean, I understand y'all happy. Y'all team doing better, but let's not get carried away. Luka is the MVP right now.
Luka's 2-5 in his last 7 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's because of the rest of the team. It's not because of him. If you look at if you take Luka stats versus AD stats, it's not even close, yo. It's not close. And this is something Luka's been doing from the very first game up until now. AD just now getting the new Jordans. He just got them. Luka done had these Jordans the whole year. So how the fuck is this even a contest?
Well said, brother.
I'm saying that if he continues,
Yeah, but Khalil, I think the crazy thing about the MVP award is it generally goes to the player there's a lot of recency bias to the MVP award. Whoever's playing the best at that moment is if that's why I said if we decide to award right now, the player who's playing best basketball right now, probably in the league, it's hard to say it's not AD.
I mean, I understand where you're going, Lamont, with this, but I'm not talking about you. These same Lakers fans that's sitting here campaigning for this motherfucker was the same ones a couple of weeks, not even a full 2 weeks ago, was talking about trading them and all that shit. The same one.
Yeah, they was 0-5. That's what happened.
It was like, get this soft best cookie ass nigga to fuck up. I read all them Lakers message boards and shit.
Hey, Lamont,
check this out.
Lamont, when you go to NBA games, right, and the team loses, what do? They boo. When the team wins, they cheer. That's
Man,
that's,
you got
that's how
Anybody
it
that's a
Alisson
goes.
fan of a
Squad.
team gonna get frustrated and say things. But
That
as
is
soon as
true.
they
That
act
is
up and
true.
they start winning, you're gonna be talking shit and you're gonna be happy. You ain't gonna still be saying other shit.
Hey, because you know what's funny about the Lakers? Because I bet, right? And they won yesterday, but I was looking at the line. They weren't even favored to beat Washington. Vegas didn't even think they would win that game. It's a good thing Bradley Beal went down because they didn't expect them to win that game yesterday.
I wish I would have saw that. I wish I would have saw that on FanDuel because I sure enough would have bet the shit out of that.
They were not favored to win that game yesterday at all.
Yeah, they weren't favored against the Bucks. ESPN gave the Bucks an 80% chance to win that game.
I'm not talking about no damn ESPN is faking, bro.
The Bucks were favored at home as well. What's your point?
But that makes more sense though.
That was a good game though.
So
Why? Because y'all won.
Again, they won against the Bucks, bro. But what I'm trying to tell you is you got to look in the numbers. You have two of the top 5 turnover dudes in history of the NBA that had a game where they distributed the ball, 22 assists, and did not turn it over once. And the Bucks was still there, bro.
Yep, the best defensive team in the league.
So all I'm cautioning you to is the Lakers aren't as good as the 8-2 record, and they're not as bad as their start. They're somewhere in between. Maybe in game 40, you have something saying what you're saying. But game 21, I don't know, bro. I've seen two different teams, bro.
Let me ask you this: if the playoffs started today, let's say hypothetically the Lakers is in the playoffs and the playoffs started today, who
ain't
you
gonna
got
make the
beating the
playoffs.
Lakers?
That's
Who you got beating the
hypothetical.
Lakers?
They not
You
even in
said-
the top 10, bro.
Yeah, they wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Bro. They got Listen, let me pull up the standings, bro.
They won't even be in the playoffs.
6 through 11 is tied. It's like a 5-team tie.
Are they in the 10th spot? Did they name say 10 beside it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, that means they wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Okay,
If
but
it's
I asked you a hypothetical question.
Yes, they would. They'll be in the play-in.
No, they won't.
No, it's 7 through 10.
Yes, they
It's 7
would.
through 10. 7 through 10.
Lamont,
Yes, they'll be in the play-in.
Lamont, the
No,
Lakers.
they're
12
13.
seed.
They're 12 seed.
Hold on, y'all. I can't hear his question. Y'all say it again.
The Lakers are 10 and 12 at the 12th seed. The Timberwolves are 11 at 11 and 12. The Mavericks are 11-11 at number 10. The Jazz are 14 and 12 at number 9. The only reason the Lakers are not in the playoffs right now is because we haven't played as many games as some of these other teams.
Man, you said
Wait, what?
They're definitely in contention. They're definitely in ranking.
y'all-
They're definitely.
He
elite
is right
team.
about that.
They're
They
top
haven't
5
played
team.
as many games as everybody
But
else.
Lamont,
Well, we'll see.
But Lamont,
We'll see.
you know they had a weak schedule. You know they ain't really played nobody but the Milwaukee Bucks.
What's good, huh?
So I mean, we gotta be 100 about that. When you play the Spurs back to back, like they did,
No, they played them 3
3
times.
out of 4
in a row.
games, bro. They played them 3 out of 4 games.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's nothing to brag about right now.
Buddy, hold on though. Buddy said we though. What jersey number are you, man? That said we.
0-0.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let's see who they beat so far.
That nigga said
The
we.
Lakers.
They beat the Nets. I know they beat the Nets one game too.
They beat the Nets, which is a good team. Who have they beat?
They got Denver. They beat the Bucks, and they beat Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, they beat Denver.
Brooklyn Nets, and that's
Come on, man.
But see, Lamont, you know what's funny, right? When the Lakers win, they move the goalposts. So
That is true.
Before the game, they say, "Oh, the Lakers gonna lose." Then the Lakers win. Then it's
They say you should have won.
Middleton just came back.
Bro,
y'all ain't played nobody.
Y'all making a big deal right now. And
What you're missing?
the
What you're
Kings whooped
missing?
their ass.
Hey, what you're
y'all
missing
like
about
they're
what I'm
great team.
saying?
They not.
Hey, what you're missing about what I'm saying against the Bucks is that the Lakers can't play better than they played.
That's not true.
That is true.
I believe they can play better.
No, they can't, bro.
Yeah, they can.
You can't.
And Bees, I'm gonna tell you where they can be better because as good as they've been the last couple of games, they've still won the last two games, and they've had ugly fourth quarters. They can still improve upon a lot of different things.
Hey, Lamont, you can't improve on 22 assists and no turnovers. That's
You can. I just told you how they can improve.
No, that's the part. See, they didn't have no letdown against the Bucks. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you got two of the top 5 turnover machines in the history of the game. And them niggas had a magical night. That ain't gonna happen again.
Okay, B.
But Bees,
15 assists last night. What are you talking about?
But Bees, how do you follow that up with? So it sounds like they just keep having these magical performances.
No, bro, I'm not talking about
because first AD scores 55, then Bron and Russ no turnovers.
Don't move the goalpost, Lamont. I'm talking about the Milwaukee game.
That's the best player on the team, and y'all think that's something to brag on? That's something to brag on.
Hold on, bro. Let me talk to Lamont. Lamont, you move the goalpost. I'm talking about the surprising thing to me. This is what's surprising to me.
Yeah.
That Milwaukee was still in that game. You gonna tell me that Russell Westbrook and LeBron performed on point side. They also performed on the assist side, and neither one of them guys had any turnovers, and the Bucks was still in that game.
Bro, you're still harping on the turnovers. Talk about the
And Chris Middleton was on minutes restriction.
Bro, I'm
talking about the assists. Russell Westbrook had 15 assists off the bench last
bro,
night.
but last night was more realistic. He had 15 assists with 6 turnovers.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you that worries me about that game with the Bucks. You're not going to fabricate that again. And the fact that you played that well and you didn't separate from them, that would worry me.
And how many other teams,
one of the best teams in the
more
league.
teams in the league are better than the Bucks?
Come on.
It's a very short list.
Listen, because you're arguing emotionally. You're not attacking
my
point.
God.
I asked you a question.
The Bucks wasn't a full strength because Middleton was on minutes restriction.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but hold on, y'all. Why is it that the Bucks ain't in full strength, but they had the best home record in the league?
Look, I don't care about no home. I'm telling you, the Lakers won that game. Kudos to the Lakers. But what I'm telling you is when you start talking about, oh, we gonna be this, we gonna be that, and you actually look inside them numbers and you ask yourself, can the Lakers line up against the Bucks and recreate what they did that night? The answer is no.
Man, you crazy. You're crazy.
It's no.
You're crazy.
Hey, Bees, this is how I'm gonna get them quiet. Then just put your money where your mouth is. You really believe
They already did the bets, man. They already did the bets.
Yeah, they gonna have to do some more.
Yeah,
I'm
telling you.
I'm taking money too.
Hey, Bees, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on an answer. How many more teams are better than the Bucks?
Bro, anybody can be anybody in the NBA on any night.
You just said they can't recreate what they did against the Bucks. The Bucks are one of the best teams.
I'm telling you that. See, you keep missing my point, brother. Like I said, what LeBron and Westbrook did that night, bro, it's only the second time in the NBA history that's ever been done. Teammates have over 11 assists with no turnovers. It's only happened twice.
Okay, Bees, you think they can't do 22? Hold on, listen. You think they can't do 22 assists with 4 or 5 turnovers, and that's still great? Do you know how great that is?
But Bees, no. But Bees, I think
turnovers?
you want to ask yourself is this. The Milwaukee Bucks have one of the best defenses in the league, and the best home record in the league. Do you think that was just a sheer accident? Because I don't think you go 0 turnovers in a game unless you are playing your best basketball.
Lamont, he's talking about turnovers, but he's not talking about the 44-piece AD had.
That is an argument, though.
That's not my. See, you keep moving the goalpost.
How am I moving the goalpost? You've been regurgitating the same.
I don't think you want to accept the goalpost.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all let Bees in locker room go at it. We gotta keep it.
If I was rooting for the Lakers, I would feel much better about beating the Bucks if I had 10 turnovers. I would feel much better if I had my normal output of turnovers. Not having my normal output of turnovers tells me that game's an aberration, and you ain't gonna reproduce it. You add 8 to 12 turnovers to that game, you lose that game.
Why couldn't the Bucks force them to turn the ball over like they do other teams?
Bro. They had a magical night. I'm not saying that the Bucks didn't do their job or the Lakers did their job. I'm telling you that the chances of that happening again, Lamont, it only has happened twice in NBA history. And the second time was that night. Before that, it only had happened in one game in the whole history of the NBA. That's how crazy they played. They can't play better than that.
And last night, AD had 55 and 17, the first Lakers since.
Oh my God!
What's your point?
So now y'all want to believe a nigga that y'all trash all season last year. Y'all trash.
Yeah, Lamont, quit giving these Lakers fans talking points. Let them dig out their own grave.
No, I'm not. Look, bro. I'm saying you gotta give credit where credit is due.
As long as I bring up AD, I got a damn talking point.
Hey, listen, brother. Y'all was out here.
on AD.
Hold on, y'all. One at a time, y'all. One at a time.
Yeah, you're right about the goalpost moving. I'm gonna move it every time. If y'all beat another real good team, I'm gonna say the refs cheated or something.
Hey,
I'm
Lamont, you know what's interesting about this Lakers ball club though is that, like I said, Russell Westbrook is an MVP coming off of the bench for the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm looking at the stat line of the Bucks game. He had 15, 11, 7, almost a triple double off the bench. There's very few players in the NBA who can go for 10 plus assists off your bench. He had 15 last night.
Sean Walker.
Yeah, I mean, the Westbrook has made himself. He's not tradable now. You cannot trade him because now you will no longer get value. You won't get equal value in return. You're not going to get anybody who can do what he does coming off the bench. Buddy Hield can't do because the things that Buddy Hield does, the Lakers don't need that coming off the bench.
3-point shooting, they don't need that.
No, well, they need 3-point shooting, but more importantly, they need a guy that can facilitate consistently to AD. They don't need a guy out there that's going to be shot hunting and taking possessions away from AD because when Russ was shot hunting, that's when the Lakers were playing bad. When they facilitate to AD consistently over and over and you spam the ball to AD and everybody else just gets the leftovers, that's when they had the most success. They have to repeatedly do that. And nobody can run the pick and roll other than LeBron James better.
Lamont,
you just got to give him that.
You know what's funny, right? They brought up the Chris Middleton point, and that was a weak point because I got Chris Middleton's points pulled up for his career. Guess what he had in the game against the Bucks against the Lakers?
17 points.
He had 17 points. Guess what his career average is? 17 points.
Well, he hit his average.
I mean,
bro, it don't matter. Listen, Lamont, it's at a point with this right here. It don't matter how many games in a row they win. It don't matter if they go 7-3 in the next 10-game stretch. It don't matter. It's gonna be some kind of narrative painted because there's a bunch of fucking haters. You can't accept it, bro. We are back in contention. We are a problem for y'all. It's a problem.
We literally got 4 minutes left, man. We got to cook on this, man. Go ahead.
It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow.
That was some bullshit what dude just brought up too, though. Anyway,
it's a hard pill to swallow, Mingle Jester.
How is that bullshit talking about?
Hold on, let Mingle Jester cook. He ain't been talking. Let me let him.
But see, the thing is, he just said that Chris Middleton averaged 17 points for his career and he had 17 points. Man, dude, that's beside the point. Because when you playing behind a dude named Giannis, you're not going to average 30, 40 points a game. So that was a stupid point, first of all.
No, it wasn't a stupid point because they just...
Yes, it was. You're not going to average no 30, 40 points.
They just made a point. They just made a point.
I was bringing up a fact, stupid.
No, Mingo,
Justin. Average no 30 or 40 points.
No, Mingo.
I'm telling you.
Mingo, they were trying... When they were alluding to Middleton just coming back from injury, they were trying to make it seem like he wasn't playing like his normal self when he actually was.
He was on minutes restriction.
He was on minutes restriction. He was.
And he scored exactly what he's been scoring for his entire career.
He probably would have scored more. He probably would have scored more on that.
He would have scored more.
Well,
yeah.
So basically, the Lakers, all of the Lakers' wins have either been by sheer luck or because they've been playing a trash team.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay, so if they go
So
7
they don't have
and 10,
they don't have
That's a
one
fact.
Listen,
they don't have one respectable win on
Yo,
their
this
resume.
is this is
The
not even
Denver
this
Nuggets.
this
The
ain't
Denver Nuggets
Lamont.
will.
Lamont, this is not basketball talk for some of these dudes,
Damn.
man. They talking about
Yo,
narratives, man.
what up?
We're
What up?
not
What up,
talking
everybody?
basketball.
What up,
Hey, True.
everybody, man?
You got to give
They
them credit.
going
Look, I'm not a
overboard,
Laker
True.
fan, but y'all
They
got to give
going
them
over.
credit though.
They going overboard, True.
They
Yeah,
going
they
over.
Hey,
okay,
y'all got
but
the
okay,
alternate.
at some
Hey,
point,
hey, I'm
Hey,
gonna
what
tell
up?
when
y'all
What up,
one
Lamont?
thing.
when is
I'm
the
gonna
What
tell
up,
time
y'all one
frame
Lamont? What
gonna
up,
thing.
come
Now
in
everybody?
y'all
at?
got the
What gotta happen for them to be
Hold
acknowledged for
on, y'all.
real?
Let me
What gotta
let,
happen?
let hold on.
this
Let me
man
let
in
True
here
cook.
now,
I got to
folks.
let Mingle and True cook. Go ahead, True.
Hey, man, what up, everybody? Man, listen, man. See, this is why Lakers fans are ungrateful. They can't have shit, man. Yeah, I can't listen, man. Like, it's insane,
The
man.
hell
Like,
was that? An airplane?
I'm outside, man. I just got out of work, man. Listen, man, I'm sick and tired of the cat. Hey, yo, real debate. You gotta cut that shit out, dog. Talk about AD. Hey, talk about AD. Listen,
Hey,
that man had a good,
I
had
got
a great.
50 or 100 coming to me
Hey,
soon.
listen, you gonna lose that shit. You got finesse. I want you
Man,
to
you
know, y'all.
crazy. You crazy. I'm finna win that bet. It's
You got
over.
the ultimate Celtics
Listen.
fan. You already know he ain't welcoming for his
Hey,
Celtics, man.
hey, listen, talk
And
about
we're
you
gonna
gonna
beat the
always go.
Celtics too in that
Hold on.
10 game
Let True
stretch.
cook. You got to let True cook, man.
First of all, y'all go 3-7-3 the next 10 games. Y'all won. Listen, man, y'all just got like decent. And the question is this: y'all playing. Listen, y'all playing well. Y'all playing as a team. But y'all gonna keep shooting the ball like that? I don't think so. Y'all not a shooting team. Y'all don't have shooters like that. Y'all just happen to be hitting right now.
Okay.
So listen, man. I'm
Man,
telling you
stop
this
it,
right
man.
now. Man. Listen, you talk about AD going to kill the. So man, listen, man.
Yeah.
That game. Listen, I'm telling you this right now. That game is circled on the Celtics. We're gonna see what it is. And we listen.
Hey, True. I'll bet you straight up on that game.
AD gonna fuck y'all up.
Hey, listen, man. That offense is something. Hey, Lakers ain't see that offense yet. Lakers ain't see no offense.
Man, y'all ain't seen his defense yet.
Wait a minute, True. You heard what Lamar said? Lamar said he'll bet you straight up on there. Bet it.
Man, what? How much you want to bet?
If you that
Oh, hey, look.
confident,
How
This
much
is
you
this
want
is
to bet?
this is the True. This is the bet. If I win the bet, you got to get me a $50 gift certificate to Krabby Dicks.
Wow.
If you win the bet, you get $20 cash out.
That's an unacceptable bet there, buddy.
I'm not doing that. First of all, that don't even
Oh,
crazy.
come
I'm
on.
being beat. Hold on, we can. That's not even fair. First
Hey,
of
what
all,
the fuck?
hold on. He get a $50 gift card. Like,
I
hey,
thought you get
so
employee discount on those.
first of all, don't play. I don't work there. Don't put that on my jacket.
make sure you
Don't put
don't
that on
forget
my
the
jacket. I don't
C-Man
work
sauce.
there. Don't put that on my jacket. I don't work
Man
there.
sauce.
Make sure you don't forget the C-Man sauce.
All right,
It's
all
being
right.
real
Y'all
salty.
making this
Okay,
shit
True,
mad as
what's up?
hell, bro.
50
Hey,
50 is
all
the
right. A
Lakers gonna
$20
win. What's
gift
up,
card.
True?
$20
You
gift card.
running True. You running True. 50 the Lakers gonna win it. What's up?
He said 50.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, I'm talking real debate. You said 50.
What's up?
I said that bet. What are you talking about? 50?
Let's get it then.
That ain't no problem.
Let's
That ain't
get
no
it then.
problem.
You must have got your income tax check
Hey man,
earlier,
I'm cheap.
dog.
I'm cheap.
You
I'll
must
go
have got
for
your
Yeah,
income
yeah.
tax check.
Yeah, you and
Ain't
B's,
nobody get no
finna
income
pay
tax
out.
yet.
You and B's
Nigga
finna
mad
pay out.
confident.
You and B's
Ain't
finna
nobody get
pay
no
out.
income tax yet.
All
You
right,
know, cause you know
shit.
where I'm at. Hold on, real debate. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at.
All right, make sure
Hold
that
on.
cash app be right now.
Hold on, motherfuckers in the comments saying Krabby Dicks is an actual restaurant. What the
It
Yeah,
fuck?
is.
y'all didn't
It
know?
is.
Y'all didn't know?
It
That is
is.
Look,
pause.
It
Lamont
is.
got a picture
Oh
ready to
hell
go.
nah.
No, it is.
Hey, he got
Lamar.
True sitting next to that bitch.
Hey,
Hey,
Lamar,
this
you
nigga
gotta
Y'all
chill
didn't
Lamar
out.
know?
bugging, man.
It
Hey,
is.
Lamar, you gotta chill out. Lamar, you gotta chill out.
Hey,
Lamar, you
and don't
gotta
forget
chill
the
out.
Oh
hey,
shit.
y'all, and don't forget that C-Man sauce either.
Man, that's so
I need,
pause. Pause.
Y'all better pray y'all have Robert Williams, because if you
This
don't, you
nigga got a
done.
Oh, he come.
picture
Oh,
ready
listen.
to
Oh,
go.
listen. Oh, listen. Oh, listen. Hey, listen.
Why
Hey,
that look
listen. He coming back.
photoshopped?
that's not
Listen.
It
Photoshop.
is.
That's Lamar.
That's
Hey,
that's on True's
You ain't got
IG.
nobody download that can fuck
He
with
said
AD,
it's on his
bruh.
ID.
listen. Road debate. Robert Williams coming back soon. He coming back
Man,
soon.
he still can't fuck with AD, but he'll be better than what you got.
He coming back soon.
Weird
Can't
name
nobody
already.
fuck with that dude right now, bro. That boy bag is big. Santa Claus.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, man.
Santa Claus.
LeBron James old as shit. Listen, man. Listen, he
Yeah,
the
old
best.
as shit. hook pass, alley oop, flush down the hatch.
All right, hey y'all, look. Hey, look, y'all, look. I'm on a very tight time crunch. I gotta get to basketball practice now. We cooked a couple
That's fine,
hours,
Lamont. We'll
man.
take care of the stream.
Nah, I can't trust y'all with that. I ain't go Mike. Nah, y'all the guy go Mike, man, and all types of stuff, man.
That's real debate.
Oh man.
We just gotta shut it. I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning, though. Tomorrow morning,
All right, salute to everybody, man.
Hey, Renegade, Wiz Khalifa's better than Soldier Boy, nigga. All right, go ahead.
We got the best locked in for real debates with locker room, with
Easy money.
And True the King. Bees and True the King.
So we got everybody bets locked in. Look, if y'all don't want to chase anybody, y'all can always send it to the Cash App, and I'll hold on to it to make sure you get paid.
Bees and True the King, man. Y'all better pull up. I'm gonna be here.
I would if AD stays healthy, but I don't know. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody that made a bet, I think I can vouch for them. I think most of are common names. They'll pull up if they lose. So I ain't necessarily.
Hey, listen, you know I'm good for. I'm good for. Ain't no smart my jacket.
Hey, y'all, True does accept payment plans, though. I think I still owe True.
That's crazy about it. That is true though. He does do owe me. Oh, and his interest too. And his interest. So that's
Hold on. If you give me an exact total, I'll pay it today, man. I'm tired of owing you, man. I'm tired of owing you. I forgot what it was, man. I've been made so many $1 payments.
Oh man.
It's hard. It's hard out here, man.
Hey, what are your thoughts real quick on Deion Sanders going to Colorado?
Hey, we can get on that tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do a whole show about that because I think we need to talk about. I think the HBCUs need to look in the mirror and be like, are we just grabbing these names and not willing to pay them to keep them? You know, I think there's a big issue that the HBCUs, they keep missing the ball. They keep getting 5 stars. They keep getting good coaches. They can't hold on to nobody because they're not willing to invest in their own product. So we got to talk about that as well. But yeah, Deion Sanders has left Jackson State. He's headed to Colorado. He's headed for greener pastures, at least more money. It might not be greener pastures. It's definitely a lot more money, though.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about that tomorrow morning. But hey, I appreciate everybody pulling up. The Locker Room, if y'all haven't seen this channel, all you got to do is just type it in, The Locker Room. Great content over there. Hey, he going to take you to task if you start talking crazy in the chat, man. So, man, you go over there, you might mess around and get ether, man. Real debates, too. Real debates be going live. We got to see him go live a little. He been like me lately, though, man. I've been struggle streaming, not going live as much as I should be. So we're gonna be live tomorrow morning at 10:30. I'm gonna try to keep consistent with the morning show. J Mar says I can't afford $50. I ain't living. Nah, did J Mar bet? What did he bet? 50? I can't remember what he bet.
Yeah, man, I'm cheap, man. I ain't doing 50.
Said he ain't living right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check out the Locker Room though. Check them out. Also, True the King. Check them out. Real Debates TV. Check him out as well. Y'all can always go back in the comments and put the link to your show in when I go live tomorrow, Locker Room, because I can't see it now from this screen. I'm gonna make you a mod so you can put your the link to your channel in there.
All right,
NBA Talk says good show, man. Again, appreciate y'all. Look, I'm already running late, y'all. I gotta get to basketball practice. I got a big game tomorrow. We got to play our rivals. They was talking a lot of mess. This team beat us on the luckiest game winner that I've ever seen in my life. And they've been talking, man. So we got to go ahead and piece them up by 30 tomorrow. So I had to get my team right.
Damn. All right. Lamar.
Yeah, they hit
appreciate
the
you,
man out. So all right, salute Locker Room, salute Astro. I'm gonna go ahead and get you up out of here. Salute, man. And salute Cuba, man. Cuba pulled up his way. Cuba got a channel as well. He got like 9 channels.
Whoa! What? Now it's 3. It's reduced to 3 right now.
All right. He got 3 channels. But make sure y'all go look up. Hold on. What's the name of your channel, man?
Well, just the main one, just Cuba Starks, though.
All right. Well, that's easy to find. And make sure y'all check Cuba out as well. Now, I don't know what he talks about. Cuba's random. He might be talking about wrestling.
Oh,
anime. I don't know what the hell Cuba be talking about over there.
I don't do anime.
No, video games definitely for sure though.
Well, that's one of my other channels. I'm playing that God of War. Hey, I'm far on that. We can talk about that another day.
Yeah, we gotta chop it up about that game. So I have one gripe about that game that I do want to talk about, but we could probably chop it up on another stream.
All right.
But Cuba, salute, man. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.
All right.
All right, y'all, man. Hey, great show today, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Look, y'all, the morning show. I think the morning show works out a little bit better, man. Right? Y'all came in, we got engaged, man. We cooked. It didn't get too hectic. That's exactly how it should be. That's exactly how it should be, man. When we come in here and cook like that. Oh man, I need to get on some of y'all too, man. Y'all been lazy in the Cash App, man. I ain't get one super chat, man. Come on, y'all. The morning show deserves at least one super chat over on FYF Sports Live, and we should have more than just the one Cash App, man. Y'all got to support. But either way, man, I definitely appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all came through. Y'all hit the like, man. The replay for the stream is gonna be available on FYF Sports Live. So if you pulled up late and you want to watch this full stream, I'm going to private it on this channel, but you can go over to FYF Sports Live to watch and rewatch this stream, or you can actually go over there. You're going to be able to rewatch all of our live streams over there because I'm going to be moving content. I'm going to be moving a lot of content from this channel over to FYF Sports Live, and this channel is just going to be for daily uploads as well. So again, I definitely appreciate everybody pulling up. Where my outro at? There we go. All right, man. Salute, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. We're gonna be back. It's FYF Sports. Make sure y'all, before we get out of here, get a Fit Aid, man. Fit Aid, one of the main sponsors of the show. Y'all see they gave us a refrigerator looking kind of empty because I've been drinking all the Fit Aids. But clean energy. If you're an athlete, make sure you go grab you a Fit Aid. I'm definitely got to go grab me a haircut tomorrow because I'm looking crazy right here. Growing the beard, just hair growing all over the place. So I'm gonna be cleaned up tomorrow. We're gonna get all this stuff taken care of. But it's FYF Sports. And we out.
All I hear is yeah.
Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is. I be getting to it, ain't wasting no time. Walking straight in, we ain't waiting in line. Fuck your feelings, you don't care about mine. You a YouTube gangster, don't be yelling out slime. Or you talking LB, talking Ticket TV. Ain't nobody watching them, all the viewers be sleep. 5 years in, all your subs is your friends. Ticket TV, watch the cars again. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is. All know, shop don't close, working 24, trying to make the channel grow. Look at them, pointing fingers, hating on the low. You can't compete with our podcast show. Couldn't make it in the league, so we got on TV. Crying by LeBron like a little baby. You must be crazy, trying to ever play me. Or you super tough until it's time to say cheese. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is.